bruv. The issues of having a studio.
Studio is dying a slow death.
So the good news is I've stopped the water coming in. I've cleaned up all the mess. The decks are set back up. Tomorrow I'm cleaning the mold out. This Thursday I will be on Twitch for my first one ever.
Double sound effects.
You are now locked into Compound Radio, yeah?
It's not Compound Radio.
Sorry.
I
can't hear my sound effects in it. Does that work?
I don't even know if that comes through on the recording either.
New motherfucking day.
I think only me and you can
Whatever. So yeah, Dubl's finally going to be on Twitch after all these issues.
Yes.
Make sure you give him a follow in it, guys. Go follow him. I mean, let's get him off the ground.
Live streams are run.
Today's
We've got a guest.
Today,
talk him up because he's waiting. He's waiting to come in.
No, he's not waiting to come in yet. He's not there yet.
No, he is. He's right there now. I can see him.
Oh, is he? Oh shit, it's not come up on mine. Yeah. So today's guest is, well, first and foremost, going off the back of Twitch. This dude is like a current Twitch don. Radio presenter, wedding DJ, motivational speaker, fucking radio host. Like, this guy just does everything in it. We met on a booking years ago. It was a show in Manny with I think it was Pretty Ricky, Jay Holiday. And
what year was this?
Pretty Ricky, Jay Holiday, and Day 26. It was like a throwback R&B event.
Day 26,
bro. So I met him on that booking. So it was me and the Jam guys, Frisky, out here, and then MILKTRAY, and that was on it as well. So we kind of just did the set together. I think MILKTRAY was hosting. He's also a super sick host. So I think, like, we'll talk a little bit about hosting today. I don't think we've really spoke to many people about that. Like, I watched him command like 3,000 people in the Apollo on the front of the stage on his ones, and like that, as we know, is not easy. So we can touch on a few things today, man. Like from Twitch to radio to hosting and just general DJ life in it. You know what we're like, bro. But yeah, DJ MILKTRAY.
He's stepping in. He's stepping in.
He's doing the most. Bring him in.
It's just an empty screen.
There he is. We got a poster.
I love that. He's just set up his background just with a poster.
He's connecting to audio. It's coming. Coming.
That's nice because all three of us have the exact same style of acoustic foaming on the wall. Stop singing, man. I want the world to hear it.
To let it show.
Oh, look at that for an entrance.
Look at the entrance. Can you even hear us?
I don't know.
Yo,
cuz.
What's cracking?
MILKTRAY in the building.
Hey.
Can you hear us okay, yeah?
Yeah, fam.
My guy. I was like, where is he, yo? where is he?
Hold on. Can you see me?
Yeah. We got you now, bro. But when it opened up, it was like, it's an empty chair, cuz.
Hold on, fam. No. Let me just work my camera just a hot second. Cause I don't like this little board around the edge.
Guys turned into a super tech don now, innit?
Come on, right there we go.
Widescreen.
Come on.
Widescreen.
Come on. Bang.
We're in.
We're in.
Man like MILKTRAY in the building.
I'm here, family.
Episode 99 of the Talkover podcast, man. Right, we're on 99 already, Double. What's been there for a minute?
99.
Yeah, episode 99 today, bro.
Wow.
We're one off the milestone. We're like two and a half years now. 2.5 years deep.
Wow.
The number of episodes don't match up with the number of weeks, unfortunately. But
yeah, you see the consistency there.
Because we're about to drop episode 100, but then we're about 2.5 months off our 3rd birthday. So yeah, do the maths there.
To be fair,
I hear that, fam. I hear that.
We've been consistent through lockdown, bro. To be fair, we've been on it.
Nothing else to do, is there?
Yeah, you know that.
Real talk.
You know that.
So what's good, MILKTRAY, man? How are you, bro? First and foremost,
bro,
how's chicks, man?
Bro, I'm blessed and highly favored, bro. Swear down. Like,
good stuff, man.
I know for a lot of people, lockdown's been a struggle, and I get that and I respect it. But I think at the same time, for me, bro, it was literally what the doctor ordered. It was like what I needed, just to kind of really step out in faith and just like, look, this is what I'm doing. And yeah, bro, the last, like, how long we been in lockdown now? Since what was it, like March?
Yeah. Well, yeah. In Manny, it
last
feels
week,
like it's been
last week
too
of
long.
March.
Yeah.
So like the last 11 months for me, bro, have probably been the most progressive in not only like my DJ career, but in business, like just health, you know, family life, spiritual walk, all of that kind of stuff. It's like it's been the most abundant and, you know, just the most rewarding period in my life, bro. Like hands down, swear down.
That's it. Yo, that's it. We had this conversation a few times, innit? Some people, like you say, can go the other way. Then other people have completely embraced it and got so much goodness out of a negative situation. I feel like with your personality and like knowing you anyway, I feel like that's just in you to make a positive out of a negative anyway. I feel like that's just your kind of energy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, for me, I kind of always look, you know, I look on the brighter side. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you're gonna take L's and whatever, but there's always, for me, there's always something to smile about. There's always something to be grateful for. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
And I think in lockdown, for me personally, and I can only really speak for myself, it's really made me appreciate my family, you know, the home structure, the ability to kind of find my feet in this whole kind of new world with regards to DJing, because obviously we can't step out, we can't really go nowhere. So, you know, it's taken a lot. Like this, even sitting here in front of you, man, on a camera, if you said to man, like less than a year ago, that man would be paying for something called Zoom every month, I'd be like, what are you talking about, fam? You know what I mean? And I got it set up and cameras and lighting and all that. I'd be like, what man need that for? Man's got IG Live.
I feel like it's easier now for people to connect, man, because like obviously I feel like this Zoom thing has completely changed the game. Normally,
change the game, bro.
We would be like bending backwards to meet people face to face, but with this now, it's just allows the connection so much easier. And like normally we're so busy outside of like lockdown and DJ, like this, even making this happen would have been a lot harder.
Oh my, bro, come on. You know, I've said to you, anytime I come up, I gotta link you, and we were like, I'll come up, we'll link you, and we'll do all of this and like.
We'll get there one day, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm still coming, bro. No, I'm still coming up to the ends. Like that goes without saying. But to be honest, like this is like a whole new world, and I just see that there's a lot more opportunities, and I feel like from the DJ perspective, we just gotta be thinking a lot more outside of the box.
I got you.
That's how I've looked at the last, you know, let's say 11 to 12 months. I've just been looking outside of the box.
How do you think you've evolved as a DJ then, bro, with this whole tech thing? Because obviously, like, you're more of an old school cat like me and Dubl. Like, we've been around the block. We come from the vinyl days and whatnot. Yeah. And then you look at the landscape of it now with Twitch. Or look at, I watched you, like, build your setup and make the move over to what you've been doing on Twitch. Like, how has it been? And how have you found this whole tech boom that's, like, took over during lockdown?
So I've always been into tech, always. So even before this whole thing, and I was working full time pretty much. I spent 21 years at Carphone Warehouse.
Okay.
So I've always been into tech. I had a mobile, like. Can I quickly show you?
Yeah,
like,
grab
this
it, man.
is how old school. I didn't even plan to do this, yeah?
Nah, it's cool, man. Let's go.
Fam, this is how old school, man. Yeah?
Ross.
That's how old school I am in tech, bro.
Right.
Nokia 9100 or 9200. Yeah, 9200.
That's like one of them ones you see on the old American films when they whip out the fucking cellular.
I've got one like that. Do you remember the Google G1 phone?
Yeah, bro. I got one of those in the house, bro.
Yeah, I've got one in the drawer over there. Because sidekicks in America look sick, and they flipped out, but they never did sidekicks in England, did they? Or if they did, I couldn't afford them.
Why do I not remember these phones, man?
Google G1 was sick. It was all
old,
touchscreen, and then you flip it up, and there's a keyboard underneath, bro. I thought I was the shit with that.
I'm telling you, fam. That's how long I've been rocking with tech. So, you know, this year I had to, you know, just evolve. I just had to evolve. So, you know, we went into lockdown, and then everybody and their dog was IG live. Like, I remember my first IG live in lockdown. I did a vinyl only one. So I went and got one of the 1210s out of the garage. I got and then I had a box of sevens. I had a box of sevens, just dancehall only, just 7 inches, all 45s. And man went live, man just picked up the phone, no iRig, no nothing, just
man just went live. The
went live
audio.
Yeah, man went live, normal audio. Man had about 200 plus people. I said, nah, this thing's all right.
Cold.
Then like the next Friday, I did got a little flyer done. Had 350, nearly 400 people on the live. And then we was no, sound quality. And then one of my cousins is a sound engineer. He's like, cuz, go and try and get this iRig thing. I was like, yeah, cool. And then my brethren Shinobi, from my former radio station, he said, no, Milks, you need an iRig. Boom, boom, boom. Dropped me the iRig and then plugged in. And then we started doing radio from home as well.
Okay.
That then kind of changed the game. And then I kind of posted the information on my IG saying to all of my DJs in my network, if we're gonna do this Instagram live thing, let's get an iRig. So everybody was getting iRig. Sound quality is now sounding proper. Do you know what I mean? But then you're getting locked off every 10 minutes.
Oh, bro,
so
the takedown game is strong.
Bro, listen, I woke up to 40 different. I streamed on Twitch last night, but I multi-streamed it just to try and draw traffic back to my Twitch. I woke up to 40 takedowns on my YouTube, man. I was like, I can't. I've had enough.
Yep. So I made the transition. So I started doing IG lives. I was doing Friday night. I then started doing a Sunday service on a Sunday, gospel and all of that. And then through that, the numbers, the game, it really just started to go crazy for man. So on a Sunday, I'm doing Sunday service, and I started, and we were getting 100, 200, 300, 400, and man's just doing this from my iPhone.
Bro, can I just say your Insta lives are the level is so high, bro. Just the energy is undeniable. And I think the personable value that you give, the way you are with the people that are locked in, I think that just makes you don't want to turn it off, innit?
Bro, the people that have been around me, some of them have followed my journey. I've been DJing since 95. I started 95.
Mad.
The first record I bought was I Like by Cut Close.
Okay.
On a 12-inch, 45 speed for $7.99 from Red Records in Brixton from my guy Simple Simon from Galflex.
$7.99 for the single.
$7.99 for the import, bro.
Times have changed, bro.
Yeah. So some of them have been rocking with me and my team from then. And then, the whole IG game kind of really, allowed me to grow my network. But my people, they are so loyal and they're so loving and they're so real that literally, when I'm on, they're just on it, bro. Whatever I'm doing, they're on it. So we were doing Sunday service. And then I heard about this OBS thing.
This OBS.
I heard about this OBS thing. Dogs, I heard about this
code at first, didn't it? I remember doing my early research. I was like, bro, this is gonna take a minute to figure this out.
I said OBS. So I'm on YouTube. Me and my guy Simple Simon from Galflex, we're on the phone every day. Fam, I found this video on YouTube. It does this and it does that and it does this. 2 o'clock in the morning on the phone. Fam, I found this next thing and you got to plug it. So I said, all right, cool. What I wanted to do, I wanted to kind of enhance the visual experience, because we all know that like content is king right now and everything's visual. So I didn't want to just be streaming on IG just normal. I wanted to like kind of make it a production. So I'm downloading OBS. I've got like a basic, you know, your basic work laptop that you only use to do work. Like,
you was running a full high-end stream on the botched up lappy.
Oh, fam.
Absolute overloading the thing.
Fam, at first I tried to download OBS onto my played out laptop and run Serato at the same time. And then you know that little green bar in Serato in the top right corner, straight into the red and stayed there.
Mad.
Straight into the red, stayed there. Man streaming, man doing a test stream on Mixcloud. Yeah, all of that.
Man actually sounded like he was fully glitching then,
Bro, I was glitching, fam. I was proper glitching, bro. So I said, all right, cool. They're saying like you probably need a second machine. So I load up my second machine, bro.
You know what? That's not a probably. That's one factor I found out. You definitely
need the second
need
laptop,
a second machine if you're going to stream. Definitely. So carry on.
So I load up this machine. I'm running OBS on it. And then obviously you got you're talking about the yellow dot because you gotta get the key for the IG. And then I'm starting to do this show. I've got a little graphic and a visual in the background. I'm ripping videos from YouTube and playing them in OBS in the stream.
Yeah.
So it's like an online church service, bro, and it's mad.
Yeah, that's
and we're
crazy.
mixing the gospel with the bashment and the hip, but it's popping off. I'm getting like 400 plus. Then this one Sunday came, and the machine said, "You know what, fam? It's been great.
I'm out."
It's a fam. It's been great. I love you. It's been a great run. Yeah, it's been a great run, but I'm done. Like 10 minutes into the show, died. Had to revert back to the IG on the phone. So I came off the live. I was vexed. I was like, my spirit was broken, and I was like, "Nah, do you know what? I'm just gonna go to Curry's PC World. I'm gonna buy a 2.5 grand MacBook Pro laptop, and I'm gonna stream. Yeah, I'm gonna do it properly."
I see you went straight in, innit?
Bro. So like, and then I thought, nah, let me use some wisdom, because in this thing you've got to use wisdom. We can't just go off willy-nilly. So I phoned a couple of my guys that are streamers, like do the games thing, and they were like, "Nah, get a Windows machine, boom, 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 this, that, and the other." Cut long story short, about 3 weeks later, I went and spent about $1.5 grand.
Did you go for a Windows operating machine?
Yeah. I went for a Windows gaming machine. 2 monitors. So there's one here, one there. I'm currently running 3 webcams. I've got 2 lights. The whole shebang, mic, running everything through my controller.
You absolutely went in with the setup, innit?
Bro, can I tell you something? I even put extra broadband in my house.
Okay.
So in my home studio, there's Virgin broadband, which is separate to what the wife.
Oh, okay. You got your own internal connection.
I got my own internet, bro.
Right.
Because the way Sky was trying to deal with me with upload speeds,
you can't stream on Sky broadband,
bro. I said no. So I said like I got my own Wi-Fi in here, Virgin 200. As soon as it came in, they put the code on the bottom. I just took that off so the kids and the wife couldn't even try to log on to man's thing. Like that. I just took it off. So yeah, bro, like this whole streaming game. And then I was using Restream. And like you said, I was doing IG, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all at the same time, because I'm trying to grab different people. But then, you're getting the strikes. And then I got a 1 week ban on YouTube.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I literally in October, I said, no, I've had enough. And I just moved everything to Twitch, bro.
Got you.
And at the time when I did that, my circuit in London, a lot of the London DJs had not even really thought or heard about Twitch. So I kind of I was like one of the first, and I was really pushing it. And I know, Style, you follow me on the IG. You saw I was pushing.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, I was over here for a hot minute, bro, and I was feeling lonely, fam.
Bro. This is the thing about Twitch, man. I'm semi feeling the same way at the minute. Like, it's it's a completely new platform, and not everybody. I feel like in America, like they're a little bit ahead of the time. There's so many American DJs that are on there and doing their thing, and here, like people are just slowly trying to gravitate towards it, and it does feel a little bit lonely at first, man.
Yeah. Over America, Canada, I've got a lot of followers from Canada, and a lot of the DJs that I now know are from Canada. There's and Europe as well. DJs from you, like it feels like us in the UK. If I'm honest, I feel like we're
late.
We've come late to Twitch, bro. There's been a few guys. I got a big up Team Shellings on Twitch.
That's my brother, you know. Fam, Stretch, right? That's my good family. That
fam,
he's been going in from the beginning,
bro. You see, Stretch, yeah. I rate him because you see when we were all on IG connecting iRigs,
he was on Twitch.
He was on Twitch. When you go to the man's stream this week, it will say like something like week 48.
Yeah, it's true. That's
so
real.
That means that he's nearly done a year on Twitch. So when we was all on IG, just happy to play and not being able to generate any kind of revenue or income, he was over here grinding.
Real talk.
So I rate him. So to be honest, I'll be honest. I think in the last year in this home studio with, you know, down to the foams and the machines and the cameras and the light, I've probably spent easily about 7-8 bags.
Mad.
And that includes the monthly bills.
Oh, okay. Right.
So the broadband, your subscriptions, including now your Streamlabs OBS Prime, all of that kind of stuff.
I got you.
But now, and I know this is really, you know, a lot of DJs going to be watching this. Now, Twitch it's become like the main income.
Oh, we were saying to Dubl just before you came in, like when I first went on Twitch at the start of the first lockdown, I didn't get it, bro. Like I was on there, and just to look at it, like it just didn't feel user friendly to me. I'm on there and I'm like, I just can't grasp it. But then one day, it just kind of clicks, man. And I'm on there and I'm just like, bro, Twitch is the truth.
I'm telling you.
Like, I don't know what clicked, but I'm just like, I'm jumping around a few like streams and checking out what you guys are doing and just getting the gist of how it actually runs. And like at first, I didn't get it, but now I'm like, it's give me a new lease of life, if that makes sense. Like I feel inspired to be doing my sets again because there's a few months where I didn't even want to play.
I know, like, bro. You think I don't notice these things? I notice. I noticed. I noticed. But like when I saw you come on last week, I was like, all right, okay, okay, my guy's here. All right, cool. So my peeps, let me just introduce you. Yeah, that's why when I raided over to you, bro,
you blessed it, man. I got my first raid.
Yeah, when I raided over to you and the people were showing you that love, I was like.
Your following is lit, man. They come in and they were lighting up the spot, bro.
Yeah, man. And
subscribing to the channel straight up and that. I was like, right, these guys don't even... That's why Twitch is a winner, man, because the community aspect is powerful, isn't it?
I was about to say the same thing. The DJ community on Twitch seems to show a lot of love amongst DJs.
Yes.
I don't really know other platforms like that. I have, not to say it doesn't happen, but I haven't once seen anyone on their IG say, right, we're done now. Let's hop over to my boys one. I haven't seen anybody do that at all.
Yeah.
So like I say, someone might have done it, but I haven't seen anyone do it. But on Twitch,
I hadn't.
It seems to be the thing.
But
I wonder why that is.
I think because it's so easy, it's so easy to do so on Twitch. Do you know what I mean? Like you can just raid over to somebody else, or I think because we're all trying to build, we're all trying to build Twitch, especially in the UK, and make it that destination and that app and that place where you just come to Twitch and you can find some sick DJs.
Yep.
It really does benefit. I think with IG and whatnot, everybody had their core audience.
Yep. True.
So and you didn't really, and it wasn't that you didn't need to, but the opportunity to grab new audience was very limited. Do you know what I mean? So now you're streaming and you've got somebody like I've got subscribers from Australia.
Sick.
Do you know what I mean?
Dope. That's dope.
I got subscribers from Australia who had never heard of me, seen me, or whatever. And the way that Twitch have set it up is that obviously when you're doing well on your streams and you're doing well on hype trains, you know, they put you on the front, you know what I mean? Or they put you closer to the front. So then you get that exposure. On IG, you don't have that. You just go live and then you're hoping for people to share it, etc. And then obviously they can only share so much. And I feel like now there's a genuine appreciation for DJs that we haven't felt in such a long time.
That's true.
It definitely does seem that way. You said something just now. Break it down for the people like me who aren't yet fully on the Twitch.
Dubl's about to join Twitch this week. Yeah,
hey,
so
come on.
We need to help him out.
I've had massive issues like regarding. First of all, I had wireless internet in the studio. That cock blocked me massively because it was glitching. Secondly, I didn't have two machines at the time. I've got two now, and I've managed to put hardwired internet in the studio. And then my ceiling collapsed and caved in. So anyway, so basically the streaming gods. Well, you know, when I put it down to the streaming gods wanted it to be fair for everyone else. So they were like, right, we're not going to let Dubl in just yet. We'll let everyone else get their chance. Boom. But anyway, this week I'm coming onto Twitch.
Okay.
But so you mentioned a hype train. What's a hype train?
Yeah. So Twitch. I'll kind of break down Twitch for those who have maybe heard about it or whatever. But it's been the alternative streaming platform for a lot of DJs, with regards to those who are primarily doing a lot of stuff on IG lives, etc. But now coming over to Twitch, the reason why I came over to Twitch primarily, like the real honest reason, is I couldn't stand getting locked off midstream. I needed an alternative, and I was doing just some information and research, and it looked like Twitch was the thing. Also I'd really want to give a mention out to Mixcloud as well. I feel as a DJ who's been around, I just want to say let's not like disregard them as well, because the one thing that Twitch has, that Mixcloud has that Twitch doesn't, is that they have their licenses. So we know that I feel, and I really hope it doesn't, but if it does, there could be a point where, you know, the record labels and the whole copyright thing comes over to Twitch and shuts it down in regards to DJ streaming on there. And I had a conversation with one of my other DJs whose wife is a lawyer as well. And we were discussing, like, Twitch is owned by Amazon and all of that. They've got the money. Why wouldn't they just pay for the licenses? And then his wife said, if you look at the numbers on Twitch, though, the thing that gets the most views is just talking. Where they don't need music.
You also have to think about the fact that they're putting a huge amount of effort into Amazon Music.
Yes.
Like the fact that they're streaming and they're really pushing that as well. So for them to then put all of that money into clearing the copyrights on Twitch would be detrimental to Amazon Music. It would potentially stop them getting so many subscribers over there. If I can just click onto your
I actually
Twitch,
thought they had it sorted, you know. I actually thought initially that Twitch did sort out some kind of licensing agreement, but they've obviously not. So
what I think was sorted out, I might be misquoting here, but when I read about it, what I think was sorted was licenses for artists to do their own music live. Yeah. So I think there was basically a clearance for music for, like, for example, if Disclosure, I don't know where I'm getting the name from, just putting them out. Yeah, if Disclosure wanted to jump on and do a live show, like a live stream on Twitch, they could play all of the Disclosure catalog without a copyright strike from whichever label they're on, etc. I think that was the case. But for DJs to just jump on and play 50 Pop Smoke records and then another 100, you know what I mean? Like,
why can't these guys just leave us alone, man? Like, Twitch is like the hub now. Like, you can't take that away from us, bro.
It's money, because if you think about the people that are sat in there signing the checks and signing the artists, want the revenue to come back from the DSPs.
Yeah.
They want Spotify numbers, they want Apple Music numbers, they
Yeah.
want all of the streaming platform numbers.
Real talk.
And the way they look at us DJs is we are replacing the original streams with unpaid plays of the songs. That's why so DJ streaming on Twitch essentially is the new bootleg mixtapes.
Yes.
It's the new handing out CDs without licensed music on. That's what it is. So I think you know what I think could happen is it could get to a point where we're allowed to play certain amounts of certain songs. So if, for example, if you've got more than 90 seconds of a song in a mix, you might get a strike or whatnot. But keep it moving quick. People might be like, oh shit, what was that? Like,
kind of like Instagram at the start, innit? You had to mix a bit quicker,
host
and talk a little bit more and kind of disguise what's really going on.
Yep, 100. So when you get onto Twitch and you start building up a little bit of a following, there's different stages in streaming, as in how you are seen by Twitch. So you come on as a normal streamer. The incentive is to then get to what they class as an affiliate. When you get to the affiliate stage, that allows you to then start monetizing your time and your streams, but it then allows your network to then start subscribing, etc. So
what's the criteria to reach the affiliation?
So the criteria is you need to stream for I think it's 8 hours over 7 days.
It's not that heavy, is it? The affiliate one?
No,
it's not as heavy.
It's light. So stream for at least 8 hours across seven different days. Have a minimum of 3 viewers, and then also have at least 50 followers on your page.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So you can do that. That's light. You then get the email from them. Congratulations, you've become an affiliate. You then fill in the form. It will ask you for your personal details. You need to state where you are in the world, because then that influences the taxes and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you do all of that, send it off. They come back to you in a couple of days. Boom, you're an affiliate. That's when you can now start monetizing your streams by having people start subscribing. So just like how people pay $4.99 or whatever it is to like Amazon or Netflix or Disney, they're doing the same for you. But the benefits that they get from that is that it gives them access to, you can have custom emojis or emotes.
It's emotes. It's emotes.
No, I had to catch myself.
Bro, I got cussed on
I know you got caught. I know, and then I fought back.
Cussed out, man.
I got caught. I literally, I remember when you said that. So yeah, you've got access to your custom emotes. You can also do subscriber stream only things and all of that kind of stuff. And then you can also send like a group email to your subscribers to let them know information, etc.
Oh,
so
I've not seen that bit yet.
Yeah,
okay.
that's really key. But I think the whole thing on Twitch is that they really want you to build a community. And I've been able to do that with, my following on Instagram and just really putting in the hours on Twitch. So getting to the hype train now, everything on Twitch is to really incentivize your viewers to support you. So they've come up with this whole thing called a hype train. So if somebody drops bits, which is the currency on Twitch,
it's like a digital currency.
So
right?
instead of people, you can still put up your cash apps and that kind of stuff, but people can actually preload themselves with bits, which is their currency over on Twitch. So Dubs, you might be doing a stream and you do a mix, and I'm like, you know what, that mix was banging. Let me drop 100 bits on you.
Make it rain on him.
Yeah,
send you some bits, cuz.
Let me drop 100 bits on you.
Ones and zeros, just like the Matrix.
So 100 bits is the equivalent to about £1.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
So you get half. Yeah.
Right. Of course, Amazon taking the other half, right?
Yeah. So they take the other half. So like what happens is if you then get a few people dropping different amounts of bits in a compressed amount of time, that can activate a hype train.
Okay.
Now, the hype train is just basically a way to incentivize or inspire your followers and your viewers to support you. So there's 5 different levels. So you've got level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. What happens is the more bits they drop and the more gifted subscribers somebody gives to somebody else, all accounts to the hype train. So the more they give, you get to level 1. All right, we've got to level 1. Can we get to level 2? You're banging, you're dropping mixes, you're dropping bombs. It's all a vibe. You get to level 2. You get to level 2. All right, guys, can we get to level 3? You get to level 3. Oh my God, we're at level 3. You get to level 4. Oh my God, can we get to level 5? Can we get to level 5? And then you're dropping bomb. They're dropping bits. It's all popping off. It's all going mad. You get to level 5. It gets, there's a big thing on the chat. Hype train completed. Well done, everybody. You big them up. And then that is really generating revenue for you, but it also allows you to really, appreciate those who have, taken part. Right. And it just creates an amazing environment and a community. So, and then now what I found is that my viewers are people that are now talking to each other regular. Like they're on the regular chatting. Hi, good afternoon. When everybody comes in, hi, everybody. Do you know what I mean? And I know like we're all of a certain kind of age. So we're all grown. Like we're not kids out here. So I know that a lot of the people that will follow us or do follow us are, they're of a certain kind of caliber. Mm-hmm. So they'll come in good after, like all of that kind of stuff. It's amazing. And the fact that we can now generate revenue, income, is mind-blowing.
We've been doing it for free for so long, like the mixtapes, like the Insta lives, like the graft and the grind that goes into them. And
but what I would say is, and like anything in life, you get out what you put in. So I knew that if I was really gonna get out of Twitch, I really had to put into my home studio.
Right.
This is why and I'm constantly, and the thing about my community, they know that I'm constantly reinvesting.
Whether I was going to mention this, like the importance of actually investing in the setup to be able to attack this new way of doing things.
Yeah, whether it be financially or whether I'm investing time, they know that I'm always trying to improve the experience for them. So, when you look at my visuals now, I went from, 1 camera to 2 cameras, 3 cameras. I'm switching camera. I'm now mixing videos.
I felt like I was looking into MTV Base the other day, but I'd come in there, MILKTRAY's in the top corner, full music videos popping off and that.
Bro, like literally. But what I think this has allowed people to understand is how much time we as DJs have to invest and how much we have to invest in our craft.
100.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid to tell my people, do you know what? Not like in a sub story or, oh, I want you to feel bad or feel sorry for me. But you know what? These things cost money, like the cameras, the setup. Yeah. And I think especially in this time and in this season, the people really do appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to then go and pay for Serato video because it's not, okay. Do you know what I mean? You got to pay for the expansion pack, which is, I think, £80 or £90.
So you're actually mixing videos. So you're actually doing the video mixing.
Bro, I'm mixing videos now.
Mad. Yeah.
I'm mixing videos in the stream.
So much hard drive space.
Fam,
the wall looks absolutely scarred over there.
Let's double.
I've got about 3 gig left on this laptop.
Double, let me tell you something, yeah? I had to, so what I was doing, I was recording a lot of my streams on my streaming machine, on the gaming one. That's like one show on Twitch at the quality that I'm pushing out. I'm looking at like 23, 24 gig.
Mad.
Right.
So 2 2s, like 500 gig on my machine, that's gone.
Mad.
So I then had to, like, the other day, about 2 weeks ago, where is it? I had to go and buy a 4 terabyte. A 4 terabyte.
I just ordered one of them today,
Come on. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm always trying to, push the levels. But trust me, if you put the time in on Twitch, it will start making sense.
I feel like that's the key for it, innit? Like, go on, Dubs. You go on, Dubs. Throw it out.
Yeah. So with Twitch, you're saying obviously the more you put in. Would you say that for DJs you need to be streaming every day or like 2 to 3 times a week or what?
I would say know your audience. know your audience. You know, obviously you want to know your audience. So you have, like, I have my core audience that I know what triggers them. I know them. Do you know what I mean? And they know me. But also you want to be able to expand your market and your reach and your audience. And Twitch is a great platform to do so. I spend probably, I do like 3 scheduled shows on Twitch
a week.
So I do.
So they're like set. You got them set like the same time every week, yeah?
Yeah, literally. So Tuesday morning from 10, Thursday morning from 10, and then Sunday morning for Sunday service, and that's from 9.
Okay.
And then if I do like a pop-up, I might pop up on a Monday, do like a mellow Monday or whatever. But those are the 3 days that I'm, you know, that I really base my streaming kind of experience around. And those streams are no shorter than like 3 hours.
Okay.
Right.
I believe if you're gonna, you know, get the best out of Twitch, I'd say probably like a 3 to 4 hour stream, if I'm honest. I'm the thing is, I've got that model from looking at other streamers.
Right.
So DJ Ray Domingo from over West London, good friend of mine, showed me mad love when I came over to Twitch. Like I said, Team Shellings as well. Like Stretch does. When you see Stretch on a Sunday, 5 hours.
Yeah.
7 till 12.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's got
7 a.m. on a Sunday.
No, 7 in the evening.
Oh, okay, right. I was going to say 7 a.m. on a Sunday. That is eager.
No. Like I was doing when I left my radio station that I was on in November and moved everything over to Twitch, because my breakfast show was at 7. I was doing 7, but obviously then we went into another lockdown a few weeks after, so it didn't make sense starting at 7,
right?
Because a lot of people were still sleeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I start my show at 10, and then we just kind of run through. And I don't really have a planned finish time unless I've got stuff to do, but I normally put like maybe 3 to 4 hours in. And I've seen my growth consistently go up and up and up. So I'd probably say, yeah, like 3 to 4 hours. If you look at the guys that are doing really well on Twitch, they've got a schedule and they stream for quite a lengthy time, like an hour, 2 hours. If you're trying to get to affiliate, cool, that's not a problem. But once you've got to affiliate, really putting in the time makes sense, because what you tend to find is different time zones log in at different times.
Yeah. See, that was another one of the questions I was going to ask you. I've got 2 immediate ones that popped into my head. Do you think scheduling, like having a planned time and day, like, so for example, I want to do ideally Thursdays from like 8 till 10 primarily. That's just how I'm going to kick it off. I don't really do much else on a Thursday, but what I'm trying to build is so that when all the clubs come back, I can continue going. What I think a lot of people are making a mistake in there, they're building everything on a Friday and a Saturday night and doing nothing else for the rest of the week.
I hate streaming on a Friday and a Saturday night. Is that just me?
No, but the problem is there's a lot of people that are putting a lot of effort into building everything for Friday and Saturday nights. Yep. And I think they're overlooking the fact that as soon as the clubs are open up, majority of that, because they're doing club sets on their lives as well. They're doing it like it's super hype. They're doing it like live in a club. That audience is going to disappear overnight.
Yeah,
the clubs open up, or if they might get them for pre-drinks if they're lucky. But majority of them are going to disappear, and then what, you're left doing your weekly stream, which has been great through lockdown, but now you've got 6 people left.
Yeah, to me, so like, that makes no sense. So that's why I base mine around daytime at the moment. Because I know, one, my core audience are at home.
Yeah.
And we're still going to be probably at home for the foreseeable future. Even when we go back to the tier system, it's not going to be that detrimental to what I'm doing. And 2, you've got the different time zones. So I've got regulars that not only watch, but have subscribed from Canada. You know, I've got people from New Jersey, Philadelphia, Baltimore. Like I've got people from all over the states,
that's
like,
crazy.
and they are regulars. And and the thing is, they're waking up early, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so they're the early birds on that side of the planet. Then, so really, you're doing a breakfast show, and that's by the time you're getting towards the end of your stream, that's their early morning, isn't it? That's their breakfast time, right?
Yeah, it happened the other day, bro. I streamed at like 4, and then some DJ from ATL was in there having his breakfast.
Yeah.
Like it's just. But they just found me. I don't know how they found me or whatever. But random people will just appear.
What I think will start to happen is, so at the moment, a lot of UK rap is becoming more and more popular in the States, especially on the East Coast. Yeah. So what I think is going to start to happen is the afternoon and late night streamers here are going to start seeing the early morning audience from America clocking on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or even
definitely.
Like the afternoon audience from Australia as well, because Australians love UK music. Like there's a huge fan base there.
Bro, listen, I've got a few subscribers from Australia, and like when somebody comes on your live and says, "Yeah, I'm watching from Australia," not only do you just know that it's mad far, but it's the day ahead.
That's crazy.
It's the next day. Like, wow.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's mad. So, yeah, man. Twitch has been good to me. It's been good. I love it over there. I can be so creatively free. I can really stretch the boundaries. Like I said, you know, mixing the videos and that. I got to big up my bro, XL from Big Business over here from the UK. He does like, do you remember the box? Like old cable TV, yeah?
What? Yeah, I was going to say, it was a channel, right?
Yeah.
It was a channel on Sky.
Yeah, so the cable channel, he's literally found like an old TV, yeah? He's got the logo, and then he's mixing and playing videos that you would request on the box.
Wow.
And then he's got and then what he's done is he's numbered the videos so that in the chat, you can request a video whilst he's streaming. Mad.
Right.
I feel like some of the streamers have checked into, like, you've got to like step out the box, like you said it before.
And this is what I'm saying.
Creatively, like some dude is doing competitions, he steps up the camera, he comes back in with a fucking, excuse my language, a giant wheel of fortune, and he's spinning it. He's spinning it and giving away stuff on his streamers. Like, this is lit.
Right. So XL again, what he's doing something similar, but he's doing it with DJs. So it's called the Big Wheel of Fortune. So he does it on a Saturday morning. So what he will do is he will have himself and another DJ. So I've done it a few weeks ago, and then on the screen, like, you're on either side, and then he's got a wheel. Now on the wheel, it's got different genres of music or artists, or it might say mix 2 genres, and then it might say mix 4 genres. Okay. So literally, this wheel can kill you. Because if you spin it and it says spin again,
curveball.
So like it will say mix 2 genres, but mix again, and then it lands on that again. Then you've got to mix 4 genres at the same time. It is mad, but my God, it's a bag of fun. It's a bag of fun. So go and check out Big Business HQ on Twitch. I did it a few weeks ago. Listen, they gave me like Funky House. It gave me Funky House, Slow Jam, Afro beats, and I'm like, cool. That I can do that. Like, I love like 3-4 deck mixing.
I was about to say, like, that's your bag. Like,
yeah. I love
what was
that.
You mixing the other day on? What did you mix the other day on your stream, bro? It actually pulling my hair out. It was a game show. What theme tune was it?
Yeah, like
what was it? It was
was it Blockbusters or
Blockbuster?
Yeah. So like,
Dubl, the guy's mixing the Blockbuster theme tune.
How do you even do that? What even is the Blockbuster theme tune? I can't even remember it.
MILKTRAY, as long as I've known him, he does like these. He has these mad mix segments in his shows where he'll just mix.
All right, so yeah, so Dub, like, do you remember the cartoon? Do you remember the cartoon Gummy Bears?
Gummy Bears, no.
Yeah.
You don't remember Gummy Bears?
Right. No, but I never had Sky or anything, bro. I only had channels 1 to 4. Even when Channel 5 come out, we didn't have Channel 5.
Okay, Dub's on that real road life.
Right, no. It wasn't even that. It was countryside.
It was
because I lived in the
Everyone had poor
countryside.
signal on Channel 5, bro. No one could get Channel 5 in the yard. Come on.
Oh, that's all right then. I thought it was just me. But yeah,
No, it weren't you. It weren't just you, fam.
It wasn't road life. It was countryside life. The antennas for Channel 5 didn't reach my area. So...
This guy, man.
What you think I'm joking?
I
believe, man.
We could never watch Channel 5 when we were kids, man. It would never work. Man.
But like, yeah, so I'll take like a TV theme, and like, so Gummy Bears, I've mixed that with Pow, like the instrumental. It's mad. Right. Or you know the theme tune from Baywatch.
Yes,
yeah,
I'll
be there. I've seen that one,
bro. Man, do that with Party Hard. It's mad.
Yeah, that's
so. On this Wheel of Fortune, they gave me slow jam, Afro beats, funky house, and then it said jungle. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's the curve.
So from DJ wise, you know, like there's bare slow jams that are like 120-ish, 125s. There's Afro beats, that's that as well.
Yeah.
Funky house is that, but jungle is like you're looking 80s.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like 160 upwards, isn't it?
Yeah,
like...
so man had to double it up from like 8 to 16 and then up a bit. And then so instead of like man's it's triple timed.
Okay.
So
wow.
It was mad, but it was mad fun. It was mad fun. It was mad fun. Mad fun. Loved it. So yeah, man. I'm just saying to all of my DJs out there and viewers as well, even if you're not a DJ, like head over to Twitch, man. Like it's a really good spot, and you can find some amazing DJs doing some amazing work over there, and just support us, man.
What Twitch seems to strike me as the place where, first of all, a lot of DJs, like I said earlier, are supporting a lot of other DJs. So there's a lot of love there because a lot of them are checking out other people's streams and staying in for long.
Yeah.
But in terms of the non-DJs that are on there, they seem to me to be music fans or just fans of creative, like being creative with music.
Yeah.
So in contrast to Instagram, the way I see Instagram is if you're on Instagram Live, it's because you're bored. You know what I mean? You're like, I mean, I'm generalizing, of course, but a lot of the people on Instagram Live are just there because they've got their phone in the hand. They'll skip onto a live stream. One song comes on that they're not feeling, and 10 seconds later, they're out. They're dropped out and they're gone. Yeah. Whereas Twitch, it seems that people are actually investing their time to watch a DJ perform. And if your stream's for 4 hours, they might not be on for the whole 4 hours, but they're checking in for a good segment of that. Like,
well, again, also, because on Twitch, because you can minimize the window.
Yeah.
You can minimize the window. You can come out of it and still have it running in the background.
That's the key thing.
That's the
Twitch,
key.
isn't it? That's
right.
That is a
so
key.
That's what, like, when I started trying to draw my audience over there, that was the thing I was using heavily. Like the fact I was doing IG lives, as in like an instruction. Like, oh, I'm gonna go on IG live and tell people about the benefits of streaming on Twitch.
Right. Got you.
So, all right, guess what? There's not, the DJs, we don't get locked off, this, that, and the other. And also, you can stream freely, as in musically, we can do that. And then you can watch and still do other stuff on your phone or on your laptop or like on your iPad. So you don't have to, because what I was finding is that when we were going and doing IG lives, people were having their phone and then maybe using another phone to watch us when we're on an IG live or on their tablet or on their iPad.
Yeah.
Now on Twitch, they're like raw. So I can watch the stream, minimize the window, and then still reply to my WhatsApp and still check my email and still do that.
It's so important, man. People want to still be able to scroll. Like, people are hooked with their phones now. So like taking away, like as soon as they get an urge to check something else, like that seems like they're locking off.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as someone just hits you on WhatsApp, you come out of Instagram and that's it. The music's off.
There you go.
And then you might be like, oh, I can't be bored. Or it might not be the first thing that pops up as soon as you open Instagram again. So now you're just cutting into someone else's.
I guess that's where Twitch separates it. And like the people that do come over to Twitch are the ones that are really messing with what you're doing, innit? You can
that's what I'm saying.
Up.
It feels to me like Twitch, and this obviously will apply if we're able to get the DJ licensing and all copyrights and that sorted. Twitch to me seems like a platform for DJs that YouTube was for gamers previously. You see where you now have millionaire gamers that are selling loads of merch on there. They're still streaming. And I know gamers use Twitch as well. And there's a lot of, that's primarily, I think, what it was for. But YouTube, obviously, you can't DJ live on YouTube. You're going to get your channel taken down. Whereas Twitch, you can build a community, bring in your live stream numbers, and eventually, I guess the plan and the progress could be that eventually you're selling merch from your channel. And do you know what I mean? You then have that extra revenue stream of your supporters. I can see you've got the snapback there. Do you know what I mean? So you can sell like the DJ MILKTRAY snapbacks on there.
Bro, like, we've already started doing that. Like with our Sunday service. So we've got merch, we've got a couple t-shirts. I actually sent some out over this weekend. You know what I mean? Like
sick.
there's other, you know what I mean? Like we can't, and this is what I'm saying, like we got to start thinking outside of the box. And I think we also really got to start thinking like businessmen and women. Like that's one thing I've always tried to do, is like really look at the business aspect of things. All right, cool. So I'm getting 300-400 people on an IG live, but how do you monetize that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of my DJs said to me a couple years ago, he's like, your numbers on Instagram are great, but how do you turn that into bums on seats or people in an event? Do you know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, like, Styles will tell you, I do like various events. So not only just like DJ, but weddings, christenings. Like I kind of, in the last couple of years, I've kind of made the transition from the club scene into the corporate and private booking field. So last year I had 27 weddings booked.
That's crazy.
What, 27 weddings
but obviously that's not happened because of lockdown.
Bro, because of lockdown. Wow. So the last wedding I did was December 2019. So over the last like 5-6 years, collectively, me and my team, Sweet Boy Entertainment, we've grown. So last year, between me, my fellow DJ, DJR, and my other DJ, T21, I think we had something like 45 weddings.
Okay, that's dope.
Collectively. So, and as I said, I'd kind of in the last couple of years started to make the transition from clubs into like the private weddings and corporate bookings, because I just feel like on the scene in London, and we're all DJs on it, so we can talk freely. There's a glass ceiling.
Okay.
There's a glass ceiling. So, you know what I mean? And it comes down to, there's a lot of different kind of, you know, factors to it. Size of venues, etc., that kind of thing. You know, we don't have super clubs anymore.
Yeah.
Really, we don't have super clubs.
The day of the super club is absolutely finished now, isn't it?
Right. So exactly.
Inside London, I'd say. So yeah, there's still a few left dotted around. But
in London, it's very very hard to find super clubs, and especially on like the black music scene, it's really hard to find venues of that capacity. So, you know, promoters have gone from having venues, or even like when we were in the city of London, a few years back, there was a booming kind of surge in, you know, events in the city, like St. Paul's, London Bridge, all that kind of area. And you've got all these kind of bars, restaurants that were kind of designed, because they're in the city, their primary audience was the after work market. So what happened was, once the after work market finished on a Friday, these venues weren't being used over the weekend. So they allowed us to come in, and some of these venues we could get, you know, 1,000, 1,200, 800 pluses in there. Now we've got venues that can hold 200-300, maybe 400 max. So there's less money for the promoters.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? You're getting booked by a promoter and to do an hour, and you're getting £100 or maybe maximum 150. Yeah. So realistically, for you to make it worthwhile to step out on the road on a Friday or Saturday night, primarily on a Saturday,
you got to line up a couple.
You've got to line up a couple. You've got to line up 3 or 4 bookings.
Yeah.
To then make it worthwhile. Like, you know, some of us, we had full-time jobs or other things. And for other DJs, this was their full-time grind. So for me to step out and make it worthwhile to provide for my family. Like, this isn't because I want to ball out and all of that. I'm not that guy. Do you know what I mean? I just want to make sure that we keep the roof over the heads, the bills are paid, the wife and the kids are good, you know, and that's my kind of thing. So coming out and stepping out and, you know, you're getting a $1 bill here or a 150 there, it just wasn't making sense to me.
Okay.
When you think about the time. So even if you come out and do 2 bookings, that's your whole night gone.
I was gonna say, man, you might do 2 hours of DJing, but then the bits in between, getting to the set, setting up, moving. Like I can imagine in London, it's a bit of a mooch getting to and from places.
So do you know what I mean? Like you're doing 2 bookings in a night, but you leave out at 10:30. You want to get there early, depending on your time. You want to hear a bit of what the DJs played before you, all that kind of stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Then you got to make a move. Bro, coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, after a while, was just really taxing on my body.
I hear you, bro.
Taxing on my body, my mental state, my health, bro. Do you know what I mean? You're out on the road, you're getting chicken shop, you're getting Morley's, all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You know,
we have this conversation all the time, like the actual health aspect of it. Like,
fam.
When you're doing it consistently, and especially for us that we've been doing this since forever, it catches up. Bro,
the Morley's in Streatham, we got those who know the Morley's in Streatham. When me and the man them would roll up on a Saturday night, early Sunday morning, it got to the point where the man them in the shop would see the cars, know the cars, and then by the time we walked in, the boxes are on the counter. Ready. You don't even have to tell, man. And then you eat it, and then man wakes up Sunday morning, stomach feels crap, and fam.
Yeah.
So I just decided to start doing, you know, more weddings and stuff like that. And bro, I'll be honest, it was the best move I made, bro.
Okay. So it's safe to say, like, if the clubs come back, are you probably have you missed it? And is your plan to stay away from that side of things? If
what?
If we ever get back there, that is.
If we get back to the clubs, to me, it would have to be something, you know, special, something unique, or, you know what I mean? I'll be honest, I'm not going to come out of my house for 100 or 150 pounds. And I'll be honest, I don't even think the promoters that I know, that I've worked with over the years that respect me would even think they could charge like our Milks, because they know now. Like, even before what was happening, man was phoning me like, yo, Milks, yo, like, I got a thing, yeah.
You know what? You know what's coming.
Fam, what are you saying to me? And I'll say, cool, do you know what? Boom, free, like, you what, an hour, 350. Milks.
Caught us in.
Milks, 350. I'm like, and the thing is, the reason, and this is what some promoters need to understand. This isn't just about the money, yeah? It's about knowing your worth and knowing that the game has changed. So a promoter comes to me and says they want to book me. Now, you want to book me to play, that's cool. But also, I know that you want to tap into my market and my audience, because
100%.
what they're looking at is they're looking at my IG and saying, all right, cool. Like, right, so let's say, for example, I'm on 22K on IG, yeah? I've grown it organically, yeah? I've never paid, and I got no time for that, yeah? Yeah, so I've grown it organically. Now I know that me putting up that flyer on my page or on an IG story is gonna get more eyes than you, who's the promoter, and you've got 4K.
Real talk.
So let's respect the fact that that's advertising. So now, what I say to promoters, or what I was saying was, boom, this is my fee to play at your event, and then this is the fee to promote the event. Okay. And then what I will do is I will put the flyer up on scheduled days at this time, at this, so you know exactly where the money's going. That's it. If you want to rock with it, cool, let's do it. If not, no hard feelings.
Okay.
And that's how I started to work the business, bro. And then, cool, I got no harm, because if I've got a wedding and the wedding is and I get there for 2, the wedding starts at 4 and finishes at 12, and I'm home by 1:30, and the deposit money came in 8 months before, and then the remainder was paid 14 days before the wedding.
Okay.
when you look at the time that is taken, obviously, like there's a few more bits and pieces to a wedding, and then like you might have to go, you have wedding meetings with them and all of that. But primarily, I've taken the same amount of time that I would do if I went out on a Saturday night, left my house at 10, done 2 sets, and come back in at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I can't function, and then I can't spend quality time with my family. The kids. I got twin boys, they're 10, they're active, they want to ramp and all of that. Daddy's tired. They grew up in a period where all they knew was daddy's tired. Daddy's tired, daddy's grafting, and they respect it. And I've always taught them and spoken to them about money and all of that kind of stuff. But daddy's tired. This year, they've got daddy.
Yeah, that's proper.
And they've had daddy. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, obviously, if I get a phone call and like man says, yo, we're doing like a Kevin Hart party or something like that, or hey,
it's got to be worth it.
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, fam. It's got to be worth it, man. Because now when you think about it, we could spend that time on a Saturday night out on the roads. Primarily, you could spend less time on Twitch. I'm just saying, and potentially make
more
a decent
money.
Change.
Make more. You could potentially make more if you're building it.
Or make more if you got a good following. I'm just saying, like, to inspire. Like, I got my Twitch payout last night, and I'm thankful. I'm so thankful to God. Like,
come on, MILKTRAY.
I'm so thankful to God, because really, it's like God's got me through this whole period. But this month's bills are paid.
Sick.
Do you know what I mean? And that's in full lockdown, and haven't been able to do any DJing. But I haven't, and you know what else has kind of hurt me with this last lockdown is I haven't been able to do my DJ lessons.
Okay.
So last year, I set up my own DJ program and mentoring called the Hope Program. There it is.
There we go.
Which was inspired by my guy DJR, who a couple of 4 years ago, started up what he calls the Rights Academy. Where we teach young children in after-school programs and do private lessons for people that want to learn how to DJ. So about 3 years ago, he hit me up and said, yo, I'm doing the Rights Academy thing. I got a primary school, and we want to get a tutor in there. And I said, all right, cool. And like, I went in there, and I've been teaching kids in primary school for the last 3 years, twice a week, how to DJ. One of my DJs, DJ S-Ray, she's turned 11 today. I've been teaching her for like 3 years, and I swear down,
she's gonna kill it.
I swear down. Like,
so learning from one of the goats out here, bro. She's got it nice.
Fam. This, bro, bro, like you could tell just by how I'm getting excited. This young girl, yeah, she's mixing like. She mixes like me, obviously. And I know, but and I'm a tutor. But sometimes even when I'm at her house and I'm sat next to her and I'm talking to her mum and dad, she'll do a mix, and I'm just like,
sick.
What? Like, what? Like, what? Like, this makes no sense. She's like mixing out of this world, and she's 11 today.
Man, yeah, that's crazy.
So, I then was asked by Croydon Council in like the summer of 2020 to kind of come up with a DJ program after the whole kind of George Floyd Black Lives Matter thing.
Okay.
Which then kind of we came up with the Hope Program. And I've been working, last year I was working, or I still currently work with Crystal Palace Football Club. I work alongside the Metropolitan Police, who've now got involved. So I've kind of become more of like a community leader.
I was about to say, you do so much like community work. Like, is that like super important to you? I feel like you're tapped in like locally, like you do like the motivational speaking stuff. And then, like, man. Say, teaching, giving back to the younger kids coming up and everything else. Like, I feel like that's like your bag.
Bro, to be honest, I think it's so important. I think it's so key to give back. And I feel like a lot of us DJs, we're kind of programmed to be quite selfish in a way, because obviously, like, we all want to be the best DJ and all of that. But I feel like when I was coming up, I was given some tips and advice, and I was shown love by some people that really influenced me. Like, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So the likes of the Ill Kids, Sticky, the producer,
Mad.
so like Sticky's like my big bro. Like, I used to carry their record boxes, bro.
Mad.
Rampage, Mike Anthony, Treble T, Dr. Psycho, rest in peace. Like, I used to carry their record boxes. You know what I mean? And get in the dance. That's how I used to get into a dance free. yo, hey, Mike, what? Yo, you'd be queuing up outside SW1 in Victoria, bro. And you're like, hey, yo, let me carry the box. All right, cool, I'll carry the box. Yeah? That's how I used to get into the dance free.
You gotta get in some way, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a foot in.
That's what I'm saying. So these guys really, you know, showed me the game and showed me how to maneuver. And I feel like it's important to create a legacy. So as much as those guys are doing their thing, I'm a part of their legacy. So, you know, when they leave, they know that, and, you know, the circuit will know that their legacy still lives on. And then I've created my own now, working alongside the Rights Academy, having the Hope program, and then being able to teach the next generation of DJs what it's like and how to maneuver. And obviously the game is always changing. We've spent quite a long time speaking about, you know, streaming and twitching and all of that, but being able to do that and be able to show not just DJs, but people around me that if you really want it, like, I've wanted this so badly.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, I've been doing this since 1995. And I only feel like I started to get my you know, the awareness or the real kind of, oh, like, this guy's actually on his stuff, like probably 10 years ago, which really kind of coincides of when, you know, the wife was having the twins.
Okay.
So when we found out about the twins, my grind went into overdrive. Do you know what I mean? Because
got two little ones on the way, bro. We gotta get active now.
Bro, it's not one, bro. It's two.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a father as well. I've only got one son, bruv. Having two at the same time that are the same age, that is not a joke.
Dub. So at the time, I was working full time at Carphone. I was a manager, had a store. The wife says, "Look, we're having twins."
Yeah.
So I'm grinding. I'm trying to. You know, even like at Carphone, I sat down with my team. I remember we had a branch meeting. I said, "Man, them, look, because I had man them in my store. I inherited a store." And it was bare man them, you know, like proper, you know, do you know?
Go to the barber shop,
bro. No, do you know
to Carphone?
You know, Phone Shop. Remember
the yeah.
I believe that program was based on my store because every character in that show was like from my shop. So I sat down with the team. And I said, "Look, team, look, the wife we're expecting." The man was like, "Oh, sick, gas." It's twins. Every man went, ooh. Every man went, ooh. So I said, look, you see the time for games? We ain't got no time for games. We're smashing target every month. Even there was a year where like the quarterly bonus finished on New Year's Eve, yeah? Quick story. So New Year's Eve, we're like a couple £100 away from target, yeah? This is New Year's Eve. Man still got to play out everything. And I came in that morning and I said to them, look, we are not shutting this shop until we bust the target. Now, obviously, it's New Year's Eve, so the hours are shorter. But I said to the man, we're not closing the shop. Yeah? Because we're busting target.
I'm putting my lockdown in Carphone. Where else?
We closed the shop at 8 o'clock. We was meant to close at 5. Man was on the phone, doing this, doing that. Man was flagging people down on the road, driving, like, what? You need an upgrade? Come, just come now. Come now. Oh, what? Your BB's dead. Come, let's upgrade new. This is prime days of BBM. Yeah? You remember like the roller ball on the BB would die. No. Let's get you the new thing. Let's get you the 8790 or whatever. Boom. Like, man was banging out. So my grind on the, you know, on the full-time work was crazy. DJing, I was out every weekend. As I said, doing 2, 3, 4 events a night. You know what I mean? So that kind of put me into overdrive. But what I realized is that it's so important to give back to the next generation because they need guidance. And I feel like if any generation needs guidance and support and love and nurturing, is now. Yeah, because we know when we see what's going on out there in the streets, and you know, with the being a DJ and just being able to bring people together, you know, some of the kids that listen to me or know who I am, they were listening to me when I was on pirate radio on top, like 5, 6, 7 years ago. They're now in their like late teens, early 20s. Do you know what I mean? So they there's a level of respect. So it just kind of made sense to be starting to again think outside of the box. And I'm not saying that everybody's got to become a motivational speaker or whatever, but I feel like we need to be able to kind of give back and show love and support. Like there's parents out there who we've grown with. Yeah, I mean, we've gone school with, college with, they've got kids, they know who we are. And I feel like they just need that support. So me giving back to my community is very important. And, you know, being able to pick up a couple of awards over the years for doing all of that, it's a blessing. But now it's kind of like take it to the next level. So we've got the Hope program and we're launching our own radio station, which Stylist, I'm going to be honest, bro, you inspired that. Yeah, I haven't told you this, bro.
Oh,
but I'll tell you on camera. When I saw what you were doing last year,
it's gonna make me blush out here.
No, fam, on the reals. Like, and I think what we need to do as well, we need to give flowers whilst people are here. Because you see, right now, where people are dropping out at a rapid, mad rate, and we don't even know what tomorrow brings. So I'm giving you your flowers now, bro.
Oh,
when I saw you doing what you was doing last year, I was like, cool. Do you know what? I think it's time. Like I saw that, and you planted a seed in me. So,
I love that,
last year I was on Flex FM for a year. I kind of there's so much. We're gonna have to do a part 2.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like I've not even got to the whole leaving the station and transition. Like I feel like we can't get it all. We're not gonna get it all in.
We're not gonna get it all in today. Yeah, I'm telling you. But like and then on part 2, I'll give you the full journey of radio. But last year I or 2019, I got the phone call. A legal radio station, Flex FM, they want you to come over and do breakfast.
Sick.
Because I've been doing pirate from 2002.
Breakfast show as well, bro. You set a different like energy for breakfast,
bro. So I've been doing pirate since Delight FM. Like I was on pirate radio with So Solid.
Mad.
When So Solid was on Delight, they were doing So Solid Sundays. I was on the station on Monday evening. So I've been doing pirate radio for that long. And then I got the phone call, moved to Flex. I'm gassed. Man's on legal. Yeah.
Legal radio now.
Man's on legal. Man, they gotta think about nothing. Yeah? Man, just turn up like the studio, like gassed. I'm coming on, shelling. I didn't get my producer, a good friend of mine who became my producer. Producer Mike comes on board. A couple months later, we take the show to the next level. We're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's popping off. And then like the latter part of last year, it was just kind of like, it was just time to move. So, you know what I mean? Enough love to them over there. And I left in November. So everything kind of came together. So I left there and then I'd already just kind of made the move over to Twitch. And then spoke to my team, spoke to like my guy, Simple Simon, my cousin and my business partner, my manager, D Warner. And we've kind of come together. So we're launching our own online radio station called Reach LDM Radio, which we'll be launching end of March, early April.
That's proper.
We've been recruiting and doing stuff. And, even today we was on the phone chatting about the server and how we're going to use it and all of that. And then, do you know what I mean? And then, but what we're going to be doing is also running the Hope program within the same building. So whilst the radio station is running, we're going to be running DJ workshops, media workshops, being able to, mentoring, which is really important to us as well. Mm-hmm. And then, so we're going to have that in one part and then the radio station in the other part. But then also we're going to be able to turn over younger talent and give them the opportunity to then start, being on the actual radio station itself. So
create like a conveyor belt of bringing the people through, kind of like the way soccer academies kind of work, innit? But in a musical aspect. Okay.
Yeah, exactly that. And then what we want to be able to do is kind of have a fusion where, because like I'm 40, I'm 42. Yeah. So obviously I've come up through the game, but I still like a little Pop Smoke and I still like a little Heady One and that. But I feel like there's not a station that kind of bridges that gap. Like you've got the Represents, big up to them, and you've got the Capital Extras, and the One Extras and that. And like they've got a core audience, and then you've got like the My Souls and etc. But there's not like one that kind of bridges the gap, because I feel like I love like listening to Brandy, but at the same time, I might want to hear like, you know what I mean, a Tory Lanez, or do you know what I mean? So just trying to blend the two, and so that's what I'm really excited about that. And then I just, bro, yesterday had my mix on One Extra, bro.
Bro, it's in my notes, man. It's in my
bro.
So, I feel like you're moving at 100 mile an hour right now,
bro.
God, Twitch launching his own station. One Extra, is that the Mix and Praise thing?
Yeah, bro. So Mix and Praise, as I said, it came out of doing my Sunday service on IG. So I love gospel. I come from a Christian home and all of that. You know, that's how I've grown, and a lot of my people around me have the same kind of way. But I just kind of felt like there was a bit of a stigma with regards to gospel. Like it's either boring or it's just like really musical, sounds amazing live, but there was no middle ground. But there's some gospel out there that you could hear, a man could play in a rave and you wouldn't even know.
For real.
Like some of the production and the beats, and some of it is it's like you're listening just to like normal R&B and hip hop, like in 2020. But some of it is like it's really banging. So I decided to kind of like take that. But as I said, you know, I love mixing like and out of the box. So like I'll mix like a Mary Mary with a Bashman, like a version. Do you know what I mean? And it was popping off, bro. So I was like, cool. So then my cousin, my manager Warner, came up with the phrase Mix and Praise. So we do that every show, every week. And then what I didn't know is that people from One Extra was watching that when I was doing it on IG.
Dope.
So I was doing it on IG.
You just don't know who's watching, innit? You never know who's watching, man.
Crazy, bro.
Fam. So I'm doing this every Sunday. We're getting mad numbers, but I didn't know. You obviously don't know who's watching. So last week now, or 2 weeks ago, I'm in this room. I'm downloading videos for my Twitch stream, because I'm gonna do Throwback Thursday, 12:30 at night, bro. I get an email, and I'm not really one to. I'll be honest, I don't really check the emails too hard. Like I try and leave. I try and leave
guy's
my
got pure stuff sat in there, pure opportunities,
bro. I leave that for my assistant now. You know, like that. Yeah, I leave that for my executive assistant. Big up to my cousin. Yeah. So anyway, I'm here now, and I check this email, and it's from this amazing lady called Adele, and she says, "Hi, I'm from One Extra. I'm an editor there. I've been watching you on Sunday service. I love what you're doing with gospel and that, and we really want to have a conversation." What with me? So I email her back at 10 to 1 at night. I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, let me know when you're free to talk in the week. In the week?
I'll chat. Well,
in the week. Here's my number.
I'm available now.
Listen, I'm ready to talk now. But okay, let me just keep it professional. So Thursday morning, I did my Twitch stream. I finished at 1. I said to everybody, because on Twitch, like, Styles, he'll tell you. I would normally say I'm going to finish at this time, and then 6 hours later, I'm still on.
This guy, I locked into his breakfast show. It's
6
like,
p.m.
It's 10:30 in the morning or something. It's early. I get to the studio. I'm like, right, I'm going to jump in at 6. I'm going to have a little go. Go online, 5:30. Man's still there, bro. From 10:30 in the morning. Still there at 5s, 6s. That must have been like an 8 hour stream. That
fam. Like on Twitch recently, I've done like that was 7 hours.
Wow.
And then like 2 weeks before, I did an 8 hour.
That's a slug, man.
But it was worth it.
That's what people do that at their office job all day. That's an office shift.
Well, that's like early residency stuff like that. So this is my opinion, yeah. Like see us older cats start playing a full night. So you're there at 10. You're leaving at 3 or 4 o'clock. See, the fact that we've been built on these kind of sets, doing 5 hours on a Twitch is semi-light work.
It's semi-light work.
I never even thought about that. You know, I've conditioned myself to do short mixes because I've dropped a mix every week since the first lockdown. But I focused on 30-minute mixes though, because I was just like, I've got a very small audience on Mixcloud. I didn't want to start putting out like amazing mammoth mixes and putting loads of time and effort in to get 26 streams. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, right, 30, just short, punchy, 30-minute mixes, specific themes. So like 30 minutes of slow jams or 30 minutes of UK rap, 30 minutes of this, that, and yeah, I've kind of conditioned myself to just do these little 30-minute sets.
That's going to change next week, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, Thursday. Thursday is the one.
Switch
that's
is
out,
so
that's out the window.
Like you can
that's out the window, fam.
Yeah,
that's done. I did my first 4-hour one last night, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I played 4 hours of slow jams. Where can you do? You can't do that nowhere else, man.
Listen,
I was playing Sade, Whitney Houston, and that man was digging last night. And
come on,
people are there for it.
So let me ask a question about the
last
way.
Night. I went bed smiling last night. That fully enticed me to. I'm in this Twitch now.
You're in.
I'm here. I got my emotes and that.
Come on.
Let me ask you a question about how you both approach your Twitch sets. Because on Instagram, like I said earlier, I feel like Instagram is definitely the place for people with short attention spans. They're bored. Yeah. They want to hear the hype songs and they want to hear all of them now straight away. And if you're not hitting the button, that's it, they're clicked out. Yeah. Whereas I feel like with Twitch, do you both feel like you're able to just kind of flex? And if you want to just draw for some weird left-handed B-side record that no one's ever heard of, are you comfortable to do that and let the track run?
Let me tell you something. When I first came over to Twitch, I had to unprogram my brain.
You do it.
Yeah. I had to reprogram, to unprogram and then reprogram.
Exactly that.
Because we'd spent so much time on IG. So you're on IG, like you said, you're going at a mad rate because you're thinking about getting the lock off. You don't want the numbers to drop and all of that kind of stuff. So
you feel under pressure.
Yeah,
I feel like Insta gives you this extra pressure. Like I didn't like it.
So when I came over to Twitch, I had to spend like the first couple of weeks just retraining my brain and saying, you don't need to go at that rate. And you can play this, and you can play like one of my DJs, and Stylist knows him. Conspiracy, Cons came over,
my guy.
So hear the story. So I'm on Twitch. Conspiracy like Milks. What's he saying? I'm saying, bro, you need to come over, man. You need to come over. Just come over, bro. Just come over. Just come over. He's like, yeah, all right, but I haven't got this, and I was like, bro, just come on, just do it on your phone. Just do it on your phone, yeah. You got mad Samsungs for days. Just do it on your phone, yeah. He came over. First time, he says, right, everybody, I'm here. I'm just going to play some songs. And then what he did, the songs that you had already programmed in your brain that would get locked off on IG, started playing them on Twitch. Played 1, played 2, played 3, played 20 minutes later, my man's not even talking. He's not even looking at the camera because he's so amazed that he can play the songs in their full length and not worry about it, yeah? So I'm just saying, I had to retrain and reprogram my brain because over on Twitch, I don't plan a show apart from the shows that I've been doing like visually. So like now mixing videos into the Twitch stream. I have an idea, but like normally when I go on, I just go on and play. I just play however freestyle. I feel, and go wherever I want to go. Do you know what I mean? So if I want to start mixing a Rick Astley with a funky house, cool, that's what we're doing. Yeah. If you know what I mean, if man wants to, mix like a Spice Girls with, you know what I mean, with
that's another one I heard on your channel, bro.
Bro.
Spice Girl thing.
Spice Girls with Afro beats, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Yeah. Don't fight it. But yeah, bro, like you can just go in there and the thing I think primarily is you can just be you.
Yes.
Yeah. See, this is the thing I've mentioned on several occasions now when we've spoken about this, is like by going on and playing what you want to play, how you want to play it, what you are going to do is build up a following of people that like the same music as you.
Yep.
So naturally, if you can hold an event when events come back, and those people, obviously, if they're local to you, no one's coming from Australia to come to a club in Essex, you know what I mean? But like, you can
know.
do these sorts of but do you know what I mean? You can do these sorts of things, and you're building a fan base of people that mess with the same music as you. So you haven't got to worry about pleasing everyone else, because if you're doing what you like to do, they're all fucking with it because they all like it anyway. So like, this is the sick thing about this.
So like, even like with Sunday service and all of that, you know, to be able to, for One Extra to reach out in that way, like, and we will do this on part 2, but I've been trying to do One Extra for 19 years. And I've had the door kind of opened before. Big up to Ace, big up Viz, big up G Money, who's now in Nairobi with Homeboy Radio. Yeah. Big up Charlene White, who's now on like ITV News.
She's a news presenter, right? Wow.
Rampage. These guys, like, they were opening the door for me back in like 2004, 2005. I was doing guest features and all sorts, but it was never like, it was always like kind of like me trying to open the door.
Got you. And
like this year, God said, just boom, I'm gonna bust the door for you. So I get that email, and now like we're doing like Mix and Praise on One Extra every 2 weeks.
That is so it's like a residency thing you've got now. Yeah.
So and then also, like, going back to what you were saying, Dubs, about the building a brand. Like, so Sunday service is now a brand. I then had a venue approach me just before we went back into lockdown about doing a Sunday service brunch.
Okay.
Because they were like, look, like, obviously, you know, the brunch thing is what's really going to be like our way of doing things for the foreseeable future. But he said he'd heard about it. And then when I told him the idea of like what the show is and then what the concept would be for the brunch, he was like, no, I need this. And I need this because what I'm going to be doing, we're going to be doing exactly what I do on the live, you know, playing the upfront gospel with the upfront stuff and mixing it and that. But also I'm going to have like a small gospel choir come and sing live. Do you know what I mean? All of that kind of stuff. Like my wife's a choir director.
Oh, so that's
sick.
Yeah, my wife's a choir director.
It's got the plug.
Like my sister-in-law is a lead vocalist. They do that, like they do weddings. So like sometimes
you got a perfect setup, bro.
Yeah, innit?
Bro, nice. Like my setup, especially coming from church and that, musically is crazy. Like my cousin, like you know, black people say that's my cousin, but like that's not really my cousin.
Yeah.
Like, but my actual cousin, my cousin, he's a sound engineer. I've got cousins that are drummers, musicians, etc. So even down like to the wedding game. So I've been able to put them on and vice versa. So like when they've got a booking for a wedding and they're like, oh, like, you looking for a DJ? Like, yeah, I'm really, boom, like, there you go. Or vice versa. Like, oh, we want to get a live band. Cool, no problem. Or we did a christening like about 2 years ago and the lady was like, yeah, I really want a live band. And I was like, cool. Phoned up my cousin Steph. I was like, Steph, what are you saying? Boom, boom, boom. Everybody's eating.
DJ'd at a christening?
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know people did that for Christmas.
What? Yeah. Some Christmas be lighting up, bro.
Listen, bro.
I didn't know that.
Listen.
Yeah, man.
Fam, like, it's all right. It's not wedding money, but it's, bro.
No, but I didn't know people actually did that for Christmas. Like when like I'm a DJ, and when we had my son christened, I didn't think about let's have a party with a DJ.
Fam.
It's a christening.
It's a celebration, bro. Music is needed.
Any excuse, bro.
Get me,
bro. I've never been to a christening, even growing up as a kid. You always had like my uncles with the big sound system, the 25 stack speakers, and so that's the norm, bro. Like last year, I think I had like at least 10 christenings booked in.
Right.
And then some of them were from the weddings that I'd already previously done. So I'd done their wedding 2 years ago, bang, repeat custom milks, the christening's here, bang, let's go. So, and again, there's a massive opportunity in that field. And obviously in the current time, it's going to be very difficult moving forward. But there's always opportunities to expand your band and create business. 100. Like even in this current time, I've done like in the Caribbean, in the Caribbean kind of community, you know, we've had a lot of deaths and stuff. So we tend to have what we call a celebration called a 9-night.
Yeah.
So normally like a 9-night is just like everybody comes to the house or to that, we get a big hall, big cook up and whatever. Bro, I've done a few 9-nights, bro, on Zoom.
Wow.
Right.
Big up to my big bro, Richard Blackwood, and his sister Soph. Like, I've known Richard for a long time. He put me on TV when he used to do like MTV Select. So from back in the day, I've known Richard, and I went college with his sister. And unfortunately, like the mum's passed and that, so they reached out and said, look, we'd love for you to kind of just come on the Zoom and play a bit of music just to celebrate mum and that. I was like, of course, like, you know what I mean? That's love there. Do you know what I mean? But it's there's always an opportunity to kind of spread your brand and awareness, and people have just shown me mad love doing things like that, bro. So, and it's not always about the peas, and that's one thing I want to let DJs knows as well. Like, obviously, know your worth, but then sometimes you got to know that it's not always about the peas. Sometimes you do things out of love, and to expand the brand and doing all that kind of stuff.
I feel like when you chase the passion and the love goes into it, like the money kind of comes anyway. Like you don't if you chase the money, like it can go tits up real quick. Like I feel like if you do it the other way around, it kind of takes care of itself. Like any projects that I've tapped into, and I'm super passionate about it. It's never about the money at the start.
Yeah.
And then that side of it kind of just takes care of itself, innit? So you got to do it for the right reasons.
Fam, I was doing pirate radio from 2002. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, for how many, like almost decades, yeah? Over a decade, like, and nearly 2 decades. And I was doing it out of love. And I've been able to build up a really, really loyal and dedicated following and support system. I don't even just look at them as supporters or whatever. Like, they are literally, like, they've got me through. There's been times in my life, in my personal life, I lost my auntie a few years ago, who's like my ride or die, like she's my everything. And my followers and my listeners, they were the ones that really, because I was gonna give up, bro. Like, my auntie passed, and I was like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to DJ no more. MILKTRAY as a DJ, as a brand, I'm done. Because if my auntie's not here to cheer me on, then I'm not in it. And it was my listeners. There was one day when I was contemplating on quitting radio. So I'm doing radio, and I got, like, I woke up that morning and I've looked at my NatWest app. Those are smelled like, yeah.
Guys, about to check the call.
I've looked at the app, and I said, wow, like, these times I was doing breakfast on top 5 days a week from 7 till 10 every day. And I was doing radio from home. The kids are having their breakfast next to me at the dining room table whilst I'm doing radio. I woke up one morning and I saw there was nothing in the account. I had no money, nothing. I didn't have no peas in the yard, nothing. Like, sometimes you got little peas in the yard, whatever. I had nothing. I said, God, you know what? I was ready to phone up my area manager, because I was working part-time. So I'd literally gone from full-time in Carphone, I went that part-time to pursue radio. And I've got no peas, I've got a wife, I've got kids to support, and there's no money. I said, right, see, 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm phoning my area manager and saying to him, yo, I need a store now. I don't want to come back full-time as a sales consultant. I'm a, overly trained and qualified branch manager. I need a store now because I need the peas. 20 minutes later, God moved differently. I got an email from one of my listeners who had been listening to me for a couple of years, who then moved to Jamaica. She emailed me at like 6:20 in the morning. And the email said, just reaching out. I haven't got in contact, but basically your breakfast show got me through uni. And then in times when I wanted to quit, like, I was listening to you and your motivational messages and that got me through. And now I'm working for a lawyer firm over in Jamaica. And I'm just letting you know that if you ever feel like you want to give up or quit this thing, just remember this email because you can't. Now, I don't know what you believe in, yeah, but I'll let you know I believe in God, yeah. I don't believe in luck or that, because imagine at 6 o'clock in the morning, I was done.
Yeah,
like
that's
man, them,
crazy.
I was done. At 6:20, I got that email, and then I started my radio show at 7. I came on radio and I told that story, and everybody was like, wow. And then a couple weeks later, I'm doing my MILKTRAY's motivation thing on the radio, and then one of my guys is listening, and then he's like, yo, I don't feel right in my job. He then leaves his job that same day, and then him and his team had already kind of started up their mentoring company called Mentivity. And then a year later, 2 years later, they've gone on to become award-winning mentoring company in the UK.
Wow.
And he said he heard a message on my show that morning that was the kickstart for him, because they'd already kind of been doing stuff, but that was the moment he said, "Oh, do you know what? I need to keep pushing." And he went into his job, handed in his notice that day, and went full time with Mentivity. And now they're a 6-figure company, and I'm one of their ambassadors. So
sick.
That's proper.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's the power that we have as DJs, and I feel like we need to understand, especially like when we're going to be on Twitch and that, we have the power to determine how somebody's day is.
Yeah.
So somebody could wake up in a foul mood, jump on your Twitch stream, and then 2 hours later, they're like, you know what? All right, cool. I'm good in it. Like, it's not that bad. Or, you know what? That little vibe I've got, let me just carry that through the day. And I feel like that's what we need to remember. We are so influential. And
it's
as
easy
I said
to
earlier,
forget that, isn't it? It's so easy to forget like the power that we actually have.
We hold so much power because we can really determine how somebody's day goes. That energy that you give out on a stream or when you're doing something, people carry that. So if that energy is great, and remember, people are at home. Everybody's home life right now is very different. Some people's is working for them. Some people are in some situations that, you know, are really tough. And like maybe, you know, coming on a Twitch stream for a DJ or listening to a set on a Mixcloud or whatever could really help them get through. And I think that's what I was saying earlier. There's a massive level of appreciation for DJs in this time because we got people through. IG Lives got people through. There were people that were, you know, suffering from loads of different situations, but coming on a live got them through. And I feel like we need to understand that. And I feel also that our clientele need to also appreciate us, and they really do at the moment. So, you know, salute to them, you know what I mean? Like, big up to all of my people. You know how much I love you. Like, I tell you guys all the time. But right now, like, no BS, no sugarcoating.
Excuse me.
They're the ones that have kept the roof over my head. Do you know what I mean? God has said to, like, look, do this thing, and I'm gonna bless you. And my people have blessed me, bro. Like, when I got my Twitch payout last night, I said,
man slept well last night.
No, like, yeah, cause like, listen, and it's not, and again, this isn't like a ball out thing. I'm like making my, like, I'm just trying to hear
this. It's good to hear this part, actually, because the people that may be starting on Twitch, like, that kind of stuff can feel so far away when you first jump on there. And the fact that people are being able to build something sick within their brand, but generate the income, like, because DJs have lost everything, innit?
We've lost everything, bro. Like, as I said, I had 27 weddings. Now, I'm not cheap. 5 of them were abroad, you know.
Mad.
5 of them were abroad, like paid flights, like paid for my flight accommodation and my wage, hotel transfers, everything. Yeah. So like last year, financially, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be all right. You know
what? Yeah, trust me, I hear that.
Do you know what I mean? So now being in a position where I can keep the lights on. That's what it is for me right now. Like, it is very kind of month to month, but right now I can keep the lights on. Yeah, I mean, there's food in the fridge. The bills are paid. I can put a little bit down. To save, and you know what I mean? And then we keep pushing. So to any DJs out there right now and you're thinking about doing this, like, keep pushing, but do it for the right reasons. If you do it for the right reasons and show the love, trust me, your people will support you. People will just gravitate to you. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I say.
I wanted to bring something up, before we try and wrap this thing up. What time are we on? Yeah, we're good. Bro,
Yeah.
going back, I want to go back to, we mentioned this the other day on the stream when we did that show together in Manny all them years ago. I think it was Jay Holiday, Pretty Ricky, and
Day 26.
You said earlier.
Day 26.
26. So that was the first time. That's the first time I'd actually met you. That was the first time we'd done like any type of show together. And one thing that stood out to me even then, I can't remember how long ago it was. It was time ago. Was like the way you went about approaching the hosting of the show itself. Like, we've never spoke to anyone really about actually the hosting side of DJing, and I think something that's definitely incorporated in your streams, like the personal, like the way you are personable with all your people, and seeing the way you command the stage, like standing out on the stage with a microphone, it's not easy. And when there's 2,000-3,000 people there, like, what do you think works to make a good host? Like, especially being one yourself and seeing you control a room like that, and then what you bring to your Twitch. Like, what would you say to someone that maybe isn't as confident or as good on a microphone?
I'm gonna be honest, yeah. Now, it wasn't always like that.
Okay.
Yeah? I'll be honest. When I started DJing, me and my cousin Ibs, and you know Ibs.
Yeah.
So Ibs is my cousin. We started
Wait. Actual cousin or
your cousin or homie?
No, actual cousin.
Okay.
Right, okay.
So the first time I ever DJ'd was in his house.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So me and Ibs, like, we're proper cousins. So we grew up together, started our sound together, Sweetboy Entertainment. Ibs was the host. He was the entertainer, which he still is. He's one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, Ibs is one of the best in the game.
Yeah.
Hands down, he's one of the best to ever do it. And that's my cousin. So, like, I was, and, you know, we kind of modeled our thing off Bad Boy. So in 95, you know, you have Bad Boy Entertainment. We had Sweet Boy Entertainment. Yeah. He was more the showman, the entertainer. So he was more the puffy. I was more the biggie.
Okay.
Them times there, I was a lot bigger as well. So it made sense. So we called our sound Sweet Boy Entertainment, and he'd always been the entertainer and the front man, and I was the DJ. So you know what? Put me behind the decks, and I am good to go. I'm gonna be vibing all of that, but don't ask me to come to the front. Like that's not my thing. Yeah,
cut me out of that.
Yeah, but growing up in church together, we learned how to enter. Like you like, trust me, like when you grow up in church, and you're doing like youth choirs and all of that, you learn how to entertain. So we started at college doing a talent show, which really helped me build my confidence in performing. And then later on down the line, Ibs then had to then take on some other business, so he couldn't do as much time with us as the sound. So we've got a few DJs around us, like, but he's like, cuz I gotta go and handle this. Like, you got to kind of take over. I'm like,
he took you in the deep. You got dashed in the deep end.
I was like, cuz we move, fam. So he's like, no, cuz like, if we're gonna keep the family business going, like, you gotta handle this. So I then had to, like, you know, at the drop of a dime, start kind of becoming a lot more confident and comfortable being in front of the mic and using the mic. And a lot of that confidence for me came from radio.
Okay.
So my passion for radio really helped me to develop in that area. And then over the years, just being so just confident and fluent in just broadcasting and creating my own vibe in my own space, then allowed me to then, you know, be able to then transcend that on a stage. So the first show that I hosted, a friend of mine, big up to my guy, Chris Essence, Day 26.
Shit, that's my guy. That's my guy as well. Yes, Chris.
Chris,
dropping some names now,
bro. Like Chris lived down the road from me. Like,
mad.
Again, like Chris's family, we both come from Balham. Chris like lives down the road. We all grew up. So I was doing like Hatfield University with Chris and all of that kind of stuff back in the day. Chris phones me. I'm at Carphone. Bro, I swear, this story's mad. I'm working Carphone in Balham. Chris comes into my shop. He says, Milks, what are you doing tonight? I said, fam, I'm just getting home. I swear to God, this is at about 5:30. He says, bro, I'm DJing at the Day 26 concert at the Indigo O2. I need a host. You man, I'm gone. Lock up the shop properly. Boom, boof, boof. I run to my house, shower. I roll out, get up there. I'm on stage, sold out. Indigo O2. Chris is on the decks. I'm on the mic by myself, and I'm like, wow, I've got to command this crowd. And bro, I tell you, man,
it's not the same as radio, innit? Because I feel like on radio where people can't see you, I find that way more comfortable. So like when I'm doing my Twitch, when I've got my openers and my closing screens on, I semi-go into radio mode in my head until I open the camera up. So I feel like the approach, standing on a stage in front of a couple thousand man, like
standing on a stage in front of thousands, it was no joke. But bro, I was like, do you know what? I might not get this opportunity again. So I just ate it, bro. I just ate it.
My God.
Like, and I was just using everything that I'd learned from church and seeing the likes of Ibs and Dr. Psycho and Simon Says from Ill Kids. And like some of these guys that I've just seen just absolutely obliterate like a party or whatever. I just took all of what I'd learned and just applied it and then just kind of made it my own. And then over the years, I was just able to just kind of really add to that. So Frisky started doing, big up my guy, Frisky DJ.
Frisky.
Legend in the game. Frisky started to transition into doing shows. So at the time, he hollered at me. The first show we did together was Faith Evans, Tidra Moses, Selena Johnson.
Wow. That's a lineup.
So, and like, this is like a UK tour. So I'm on the road, like, raw man's on the road, fam.
Look at me.
Me and Frisk, like, we just have such a good rapport. And you know, there's no egos and whatever. So, and like, he would do like a bit on the decks, and then I'd be on the mic, and then we'd swap over and all of that. And then he's like, nah, like, let's just keep doing this. And then like we came up with a Pretty Ricky tour, and just being able to just kind of step out. But I think for hosting, what you need to know is the ability how to engage and how to read a crowd. I know as DJs, we need to learn how to read crowd because it's very, very important. But when you're a host, you need to know, and you need to be quite quick-witted and think outside of the box and think very quickly because there's a lot of factors going on at the same time. So at the time, kind of at that same season, I was doing a lot of comedy shows as a DJ. So big up to Stam, big up to Alpo and them lot. I was doing comedy shows like Wahala and stuff at the Indigo as well. So that kind of gave me a lot more confidence to kind of just be on a stage and just interacting with people. But you've got to be able to think real quickly and enjoy it. I know it's quite daunting when you walk out on the stage and like, you just see people looking at you.
I feel like if you get into your own head, you can get swallowed so quick.
No, you can get swallowed. You got to
approach it with you just got to approach it with the open mind and just go ham.
Yeah, so you just got to go on there and just enjoy it and just allow that energy to feed off you. Sometimes, and you might get a tough crowd. Like there's shows that I've done and the crowd has been tough, but coming up to Manny, that bro.
That show was so lit.
just you know what I loved, what I love the most, is you have to show respect when you come into a next man's house. Yeah. So I don't take it for granted that I'm coming into your ends, bro. These are your ends. Like it might be a little bit different or whatever, but so you always show respect. But the moment we met, bro, like, and the way that all of you, man,
it was just a vibe straight off the cuff, innit, man?
It was straight. Like it was so much love, like bang, like. And then I remember us doing a bit of a rehearsal, me and Frisky or something. And then when we finished, and you was like, "Nah, that was sick." You were like, "No, Milks." You was like, "Milks." That is sick.
But I was like, I just thought, I was like, these guys are the truth.
So, and then the show was crazy, and then the band was like, "Yo, Milks, we're rolling out, you know, we're playing out here, Milks, you coming?" I was like, "Yo, me and my cousin Warner, bro. Let me tell you something." Me and Warner, every so often, we say, "Fam, you know one of the best nights we've ever had?" And like my cousin's been rolling with me forever. And he's my manager now. But like that night up in Manny, bro, it was so fam. I just remember stumbling back into the hotel. And those who know me know I'm not a drinker. But the way you, man, and G was...
It's not me, it's G2 and them guys.
G, see, G.
The
way G was dealing... Hey, G had my moving bookie.
Yeah, he does. It's
There's a
normal,
picture of me and my cousin Warner, and I think in the bar or the club where we was, there was these plastic bowler hats just on the bar, and we were so gone. There's a picture of the two of us with the two plastic hats on our head, fam. That would never happen on ends. I'm letting man know that would never happen on the ends.
Normally, if G2's involved in something, it normally goes that way, innit? Like that's kind of...
Yeah,
he's an animal, bro.
Yes. But like for real, that was amazing. And to any like host and whatever, like do your research. Especially when you're coming into a different town and different areas, kind of find out musically what works, because obviously like we all like black music and that, but like what I love about Style is that when he does his thing, it's different to like how I do my thing, but it's similar. Do you know what I mean? So like, you know, when you did your Twitch stream on the Monday night and you was playing all these versions, I was like, fam, like this is mad.
I'm trying to put myself in a little pocket where like no one's gonna really sound like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Like that's what I love about like how you lot do your thing. So as a host, when you're going into a different area, do some research, check out the DJs, listen to like know what they're playing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's different. So you gotta kind of be a little bit prepared. Don't just go in there and just think, oh, like I can just come in and just slay.
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that.
Preparation is key for anything.
Yeah, man. Telling you, bro.
Don't get caught cold-footed.
Nah.
Because I remember even like obviously when a new host comes over your set, sometimes it can be a little bit like the rapport, or you don't really know each other. But like that night, like I remember you were hosting over our thing, but like sometimes when you're on the same page, the synergy is just kind of there in it, and that's when you know the host is on job and the DJs are kind of. You can normally tell from seeing how that connection is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is going to sound arrogant as hell, but there's only certain hosts that can go on my sets now.
Come on, bro.
I can count them on this hand. There is a very, very small selection. It's like, I've had times where the thing is, Ibs is a great example. He's one of the best ones. And I've done so many shows with Ibs that he knows my tricks. He knows my style. He knows what's coming.
You know the drops and the structure in it.
As well as I do. So he knows when to talk. I've done things that I've got various different like transition tricks and stuff that I do where I'm cutting up certain loops and stuff like that. And there's one of my pet hates is if I'm doing something super techie that's absolutely sick. So now what I've realized to do is I have to extend it. And I've got to keep the loop going until he's run out of things to say. And then he's now waiting for me. Now, right, finally I can do what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
The last time I let somebody host on a set that I had no rapport with and I didn't really know them before. Basically, I found out they had begged the club to let them in. They weren't even getting paid to be there. They begged the club to let them on the stage. The manager, who I knew very well, came over and was like, look, can this guy just do a thing over the set? So I was like, oh, not really, but yeah, all right, then let's just try it. And it became just about him. It wasn't even about the music. It wasn't even about entertainment. He was just very like, look at me, I'm on stage. And I realized he had a camera guy with him. And what I realized very quickly is he was there.
It's on a content creation trip, mate. That's what he was on.
He was there just to get 60 seconds worth of Instagram footage with the hypest tunes. And he kept turning around to me and saying, oh, play this song next, play that song next. And I was like, bruv, I'm choosing the songs here. Like, you're just here to keep them entertained on top. You're like the seasoning to what I'm doing here. And after that, I was like, first of all, I'm never working with this guy again. And secondly, it has to be, because I host my own stuff anyway. Do you know what I mean? So
bro, I was going to get to that. But go on.
Right, yeah, I host my own stuff because I know that I'm not going to talk over my own tricks. And I know how to set the mood. I know what's about to drop so I can say certain things just before the drop. Because 9 times out of 10, I don't even know what the next song is
Yeah.
until I've selected it anyway. Do you know what I mean? Do I know what's about to drop, when it's dropping? I'm the best host for me. But with that said, rest in peace, Dr. Psycho, one of the greatest hosts in the UK clubbing scene to ever do it.
Easily.
Ibs is another one up there.
Yeah.
You know, Minx as well, actually. MC Minx. She was a fantastic host. And Treble T.
Treble, like
Treble,
again,
but guys are the OGs, man. They're the originals.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I came from that school. Like so 95, 96, I'm literally carrying Rampage's record boxes. So like me and Ibs came from that school. So that's where we learned a lot of that. And then a few years before Psycho passed, we were at a rave and I was hosting myself and I did my set and Psycho came up to me and he said, yeah, you got it. Because like we all know,
that's you can't.
Bro.
I bet you just man just got warm inside.
Fam, from when Psycho says that to you, and obviously because I'd known Psycho, you know, the lisp and all of that, you know, like I know Psycho. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, like I've been around and like, you know, a lot of us have grown up with him, you know, big up my boy, Bad Boy Brown and all of that. Like, so to hear him come to me and say like, no, you got it. Like
that's
that was a big
compliment.
thing. Yeah, it was a big thing for me because he was one of the, he kind of come from that kind of sound Jamaican thing because a lot of DJs from Jamaica, like Tony Matteron, and like when we're talking about talking, like I've seen it live, and the way that this guy can just control an audience and have them in his hand, and just literally make them do anything, but to be able to play as well is quite rare. So for me to hear Psycho come up to me and say, "No, you've got it," that was a massive compliment. And applying it to my business model, that really helped me when I started to step out and do weddings by myself.
Okay.
So initially, when me and my team, like Sweet Boy Entertainment, started doing weddings, it was always like me and my partner T21. So we'd go. He was more of like he's like the sound man, equipment, all of that. I'm the man who comes and that's like, all right, cool. I love speakers, but I just want to plug in. Yeah. So I was like, so T was always the sound man. I'm the DJ. And then the workload started to come in to the point where we then started to have to separate. So like there was one weekend, I think in 2019, we had 8 weddings coming on the same day. Yeah.
Not bad.
So
not bad, shout.
8 weddings, there's only 3 DJs. So we had to share the work, like send it out to other people. But when I started doing weddings by myself and then looking at what the MC, so like hosting your set at a wedding is one thing, but what I then started to do is offer my services as an MC, as a master of ceremony. So like now, the fee has gone from here to here. So you can have me come and play at your wedding, but then I can come and play in your wedding and be the master of ceremony. Because you see some of these master of ceremonies, you know, like the ones in the red jacket, like the official ones, I don't even want to tell you the P's they're getting.
Getting paid out.
And then sometimes people like to book comedians, etc. I've done like work with like a lot of the comedians on the circuit, but they're charging P's, and I'm like, nah, hold on. I could say like, all right, cool, I'm gonna charge you for the wedding, but if I throw on an extra on top, I'm there for the whole day anyway. The MC is gonna be using my mic, asking me to play this tune at that point so they can do this gag or whatever. I might as well just do it myself. So then I was able to, you know, increase my wedding input or rate really to the next level. So it really helped me. So now a lot of the weddings that I do, I'm the DJ and the master of ceremony. Because if you say to a couple, do you know what? I'll come and do everything. That's one less headache.
Yeah, 100.
That's one less email that they have to send to that other person or that other you know, external source. So to me, or that vendor, that's the correct term. Sorry, vendor.
The vendor.
Yeah, but like it makes sense. So for me, I love it. Just give me a mic. give me a mic and I'm good to go. Yeah, whether it's like 20 people, 10,000, like it don't matter.
I think it's sick the way you've managed to flip it like that, bro. Like going from just like learning through the family and being around church and everything else and being able to build so many little avenues of business just off being able to like use a mic like correctly.
Yeah,
especially now, bro, with the tech, with this whole Twitch thing. I feel like you need that hosting element to really touch into your following.
The thing is, if the key mistake that DJs make on Twitch is they don't interact.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't interact on Twitch, forget it. I watched a DJ stream a couple weeks ago, and the guy had, I kid you not, somebody raided into him. He had about 60, 70 people, which is a good number.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's a good 60, 70 people. And he lost more than half within 10 minutes. Not because the music weren't good, because the man was just doing this.
Yep.
And did not address the crowd or the audience once.
I feel like the presenting, talking side of it is like, it's a huge part of it, isn't it? I spent like, I'm talking more than music last night.
It's just as important.
100.
And this is why there's another thing. Anybody getting into Twitch, if you've got like some good people around you, you can ask them to moderate your chat. So moderating is basically allowing somebody to do the things that you might miss.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I do my Sunday service on Twitch and I've got 350 people watching, and then they're all in and people are just in the chat, I'm not going to see everything because I'm trying to mix. I'm doing so much. So I have people that moderate the chat for me. So they will big up anybody that's new followers, new subscribers, anybody that drops bits. Oh, like such and such dropped 10 bits. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Somebody hosted. They will do that. And there are automated ways you can do it.
There's bots and stuff, isn't there?
There's bots that can do that for you. So I do have bots, but I do love the personal touch.
I agree.
And people do appreciate it. And it's those are the elements and those are the things that will keep people not only coming back, but it will keep people, investing in what you're doing. So not only with their time, but they will drop bits on you. Do you know what I mean? Like yesterday, I did a Sunday soul show from like 2:30 till 7. And man, when people saw the videos, like I did the first hour just music, and then at 4 o'clock I switched to a different screen, and then like they're like, what's going on? And then bang, man just come out with like Escape, Just Kick It, the video. Man's like, rah. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what, fam?
He's doing
you know what? That's 500 bits. Take that, fam.
Mad.
Like a man dropped like 1,000 bits yesterday for one tune.
That's sick. Who would have thought we would end up here, man? Man are dropping digital currency on
digital currency
on a platform. Like it's literally this lockdown has just accelerated everything at like 1,000 mile an hour, innit? Do you think the lockdown has forced this progression of tech?
100.
Yeah, definitely.
Fully in it.
155%.
Accelerated everything.
Like, trust me, and even for consumers, even for like the average viewer, they've been forced. Do you know what I mean? Like, all right, everybody kind of feels a little awkward having to download a new app, but it's the way of the world now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm having people hit me up saying, "Oh, I missed the mix on One Extra yesterday. How can I listen back?" So today on my page, I had to do like a screen record of how to listen back to the show. So download the BBC Sounds app, go into the app, search for Remy, click on it, and then the show's there. Do you know what I mean?
Got you.
Like we're just embedded in technology, and if anybody's trying to not move with it, unfortunately, especially like in what we're doing, like you're gonna get left behind.
Fully.
Trust me.
I saw someone tweet the other day, actually. They were saying about the fact that now we're about to approach the year mark. By the time clubs really come back, it's going to be 18 months that we've been in lockdown. And what this person was saying is, as a DJ, if you've done nothing...
Yeah, we spoke about this, innit? Yeah.
You expect to just walk straight back into jobs. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, not like for me, there's so much chatter about, oh, but when clubs come back, they're going to be suffering as well. So let's all take a pay cut and help the community. For me, it's like, actually, you know what? It's more important to make sure that your fee is worth more to the clubs when they come back. Don't think about, oh, I'm just going to ride it out, and then when the clubs come back, I'll take a pay cut and it's cool because we'll all eventually grow together. No. Make yourself worth more so that the clubs will pay more and then the clubs will make more. That's where we should be aiming as DJs. Like,
it's the DJs that are putting this work in now and really creating something are the ones that are gonna fully win when this thing all settles down.
Bruv, James Hype, Nathan Dorr, Charlie Sloth, these are the three of the most active DJs. And I get it, they're top tier DJs, right?
Yeah.
But they are three of the most active ones. Do you really think they're going to take a pay cut?
No, not
when
at all.
When the clubs come open and the booking agents are like, right, we've got this and this and this. Oh, okay, yeah, it's been locked down, so let's cut them a deal.
Bro,
like, no,
bro, I'll tell you straight right now. Listen,
exactly.
I put in this whole year. I put in a lot of work. Yeah.
Oh.
One of my guys, Big Man Zest. I call him my nephew because he calls me uncle. He calls me Uncle Milks. Yeah. So that's a level of respect. So he was on Twitch the other day. And I came into the chat and he stopped the whole chat and he said, look, listen, them man there are now associated with the BBC on a regular basis. So promoters, I'm just letting you know that little £150 that you thought you could try and get books with in 2014. Now, no, the free bills, that's not going to get it. We're looking minimum 5 bills with a deposit of 480. I'm telling you this because I'm his nephew. I ain't even had this conversation.
You know?
Yeah, I haven't even had this conversation with Uncle Milks, but I'm just letting you know, that if you want to try and book Milks now, minimum, you're looking 5 bills, and that's a favor. And that's if you know what I mean? Like, and it's banter and all of that, but I know that now, with all the work that I've put in, even without getting on and doing the whole kind of mix and praise on One Extra, which I'm so thankful for, but even without that, I knew and know that when we come out of lockdown and things can get to wherever we want to, or hopefully get them back to that, promoters already know, nah, I can't really phone Milks and be like that. Like, they're not, nah, do you know what? I can't holler at him because I know that the fee is not that. And I think that's why it's been so important to be putting in the grind now, because obviously, one, mentally, we want to keep ourselves active and, you know, we want to be seen out there, etc. But we're planting seeds right now, so that we're increasing our value. Like, my Instagram following, at the beginning of lockdown, was about 13, maybe 14K.
I feel like yours has gone through the roof, like, recently.
Bro, I'm at 22K, bro.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
It's mad. I even had a fake account made about 2 weeks ago, bro.
I seen it. Man even want to be you now, cuz.
Man that was trying to finesse man's making a fake account and then hollering at people saying, yeah, like, boom, it's me, MILKTRAY, thanks, man, blah, blah, blah. Wow. You know what? I want to send you $10,000. Just hit me up with your address. I'm like, what? Whoa. Yeah, bro.
Bro, when people are setting up fake accounts, you know you're winning.
Bro,
when man are out here trying to beat you on the internet, like,
bro, set up fake accounts and messaging people saying, yeah, man, give me your address and I just want to give you 10K. I'm like, fam, this is nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, and I know that I've put myself in a really good position with regards to the stuff that I'm doing inside the DJ world and outside. Do you know what I mean? For me, primarily now, I think I'm more focused on the business side. So, you know, the Hope program and all of that kind of stuff. And you know, investing in that, because for me, that's the long term. Because if we're really honest, let's be honest, like as gentlemen and real men, we really don't know how the clubbing thing or how the social aspect is gonna go. Do you know what I mean?
Real talk,
like,
man.
The wedding, like, there's weddings right now, 30 people. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't even do a wedding right now. But you know, even when we could, it was 30 people. So how's that gonna go? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be different. Like, I believe what we knew as normal, I don't think it's gonna come back.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna be the same again.
I don't.
I struggle to even see like a rammed up 3,000 capacity club. I struggle to even see that even being a thing.
See, I kind of disagree, but only because if you look at other parts of the world, there's loads of parts of America, clubs are open again. Looking at New Zealand, they're running full-on festivals.
I don't think you can compare New Zealand though, because of the size of the country and the actual population is small. So it's not like...
Yeah, but
I think it's a little bit different.
They're still doing it though. They did have COVID cases, and I know they've got COVID cases again there now, but they obviously approached it completely different to this country. But I think post-COVID, once all the people that need their vaccinations are taking the vaccinations, etc., once they're all done, I think we will see a sort of return to normality. What I do think will happen though is we're going to see a huge shift in the crowd. So, for example, the people that were in the clubs, the ones that were maybe mid to late 20s, they might just be like, you know what? I don't want to go out every weekend anymore. There's going to be a lot of people that have settled down. They've been literally in relationships through lockdown, and now they just love they'll just stay in Netflix on a Saturday night with a bottle of rum and a bag of weed, and that's how they want to. Do you know what I mean? And that's how they want to spend their weekends. And
bro,
there's nothing wrong with
that's the truth. And I think what we also need to remember is that psychologically,
psychologically, we got him.
Yeah.
Now spell it.
It takes about 30 days to create a habit. Yeah. Now we've been in lockdown. Yeah, for nearly a year. Yeah, let's call it that. Yeah. Now I'm not saying that once people get their vaccinations and the vaccines and all of that, but I feel like people are like you said, some people will be happy to just watch and watch a DJ stream.
See, this is the other thing I was going to say.
Do you know what I mean? Like some people will be just very happy. Do you know what? Let me jump on Twitch or Mixcloud or wherever we're going to be in the future. Let me just watch them stream and do that. You know what I mean? And there may be a different way to generate income and revenue in that regard, because obviously some people will just be like, you know what? I don't really want to go out anymore like that. I think what will happen is, what will happen is once they've gone out maybe once or twice, 3 times, they'll be like, all right, cool.
Wears off, innit?
I've done it now. Like, you know what I mean?
I think it's going to be...
The initial spike will be there.
Yeah, but I also think we've got to change. You can't use the word spike, bro. That's a tainted word now.
Yeah.
It's a different terminology. We're not allowed to say tier. You're not allowed to say spike. You're not allowed to say lockdown. None of that. That's tarnished words. But no, I think one thing we will see is like birthday celebrations and special occasions where people will be out in the club. But I personally think clubs will return because there's a generation of younger people that are coming up, but it's very difficult to predict what the crowd will be like in the club. They might be a generation of TikTokers. They might not be the music fans that we want them to be, and that we think there's a huge hope at the moment that when things return, everyone that's coming to the club is going to be well DJ centered and all the bullshit from before. There's not going to be this Snapchat 15-second hype. There's a huge hope about that because DJs have been building this. Okay, my mixes are about what I want to play, and now my following is into that music. But I think we're neglecting the side of society that literally has been on TikTok 24/7. And let's face it, TikTok has bust more tunes in the last year than DJs have.
Yeah, that's mad.
So we're going to have a TikTok generation. But what I also think we're going to have 3 different types of DJ and 3 different types of clubbing experience. I think we're going to have the old style where the DJ's in the club and the people are in front of him, but like in the good old days.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have the house parties that instead of plugging in the aux lead, they're going to turn on Twitch. They're going to have 20 people in the house and their DJ is going to be playing over Twitch. So that's what they're going to lock into. And then I think we're going to have the hybrids that are doing both. We're going to have the DJs that take their tech setups to the club, DJ to a room full of people, but at the same time are interacting and shouting out people on Twitch who are watching on the live stream. I think that's the 3 different types of weekend experience that I can see coming out of this anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Sorry, I was going to say something.
No, go on, bro.
No, I was going to say, I've seen Puffy on Twitch. He's now started doing, I know you was already doing your radio thing, but he's taking his Twitch setup into his radio station now.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's just putting his show out separately through that. So people, like you say, you can just go live on your phone through Twitch now. You can literally just go live directly on your phone without using all the camera.
How does that work with the sound quality though? Is that just like doing IG live with your phone mic? Because that's dead to me. Like I'm not a fan of that. People that
no. So if you kind of do it like iRig way, it works the same way. So
right,
you can still get good quality to run through your
direct audio basically into the phone, right?
Yeah, and then you're good to go, man.
It's perfect for on the road for stuff like that. You can just whip it in and push.
Yeah, that's gonna be like my cousin was saying to me the other day. Imagine like you go to an event, like you're at a club, you plug in your phone, you connect to your Twitch, you stream, you're banging, people are dropping you bits on the Twitch, and then you get home and then you've got paid from the rave, from the club.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's just
that's a win.
Yeah, that is the wave. That is the wave.
It's just a matter of time as well. As if this becomes a normal thing and as it becomes normality, it's just a matter of time until we have cameras that are built into broadcast direct to Twitch. And do you know what I mean? Like,
if the clubs are clever, they'll catch hold of this and know, like, if they come back and the capacity is reduced and you can't get as many people in, they can offer a virtual ticket.
Yeah,
where you can tap people in that way, where they get access to the clubs.
Yeah, because we I mean, I don't know about like up in like Manny and that, but like definitely London on my circuit, like when we went into the first lockdown, Zoom parties was pop. Like I did a Zoom party.
Just bare man on the screen. It's so crazy, man.
Fam, I did a Zoom party and it was like a bashment one. Fam,
mad.
Girl was on the kitchen table, fam.
Come on.
The girl was on the kitchen, bro. I swear to God, I was dying. One girl was on her bed doing the head, like on her head top, fam.
Mad.
It was mad.
Yeah,
it was mad. It was mad. But yeah, like I think that's the way. I know a few people that were doing Zoom parties and charging. Big up to Put It Online. They do that. So they do Zoom parties. But what they also do is they provide a service. So at the moment, like if you're, let's say like you want to have a birthday party, you get in contact with them. They'll arrange everything, the DJs, everything, boom, boom, boom. And then they run it all for you. So all you got to do is just give your people the code. And then away you go.
That's it.
Yeah. Like, so again, there's opportunities, man. We just gotta think outside of the box.
That's got to be the name of today's episode.
Yeah, there we go.
Thinking outside the box with MILKTRAY.
Come on.
That's it. We got it.
Come on. That's the hustle.
I feel like this is actually our longest ever episode now.
We made it.
We've actually broke our record. only by like 10 minutes. Only by like 10 minutes. So
it's the last double-digit episode as well. Yeah. Episode 99.
Episode 99.
Come on.
Outside the box.
So mad thing. Nah, yo, guys, bro, I feel like we could have spoke for ages, bro. Like, bro, no. Really scraped the surface here.
To both of you, thank you so much. Not only for just having me on, but for being like and just doing this. Do you know what I mean? I respect it like highly. Do you know what I mean? Again, thinking outside of the box. We know there's been such an influx in like listening to podcasts and stuff. And I think it's a great way for us as DJs to kind of give people a much better and clearer understanding 100. Of what it's really like to be a DJ, because there's so much, there's really a misconception of being a DJ. Like it looks all glitz, glamour and looks amazing, but people don't really get to see.
Every DJ we get on says the same thing, innit? People don't really know what we have to go through.
They don't really know. So I think, having a platform like this and allowing DJs to kind of share their stories and the insight, it gives people a much better understanding. And ultimately, in the long term, when people have a better understanding of what we do and how we do it and why we do it and the things that we have to do to keep going, then there's again another level of appreciation. So when something pops up or you get that, they get that notification that you're on Twitch or you're at this event or whatever, they're like, do you know what? I heard them man's podcast, you know, and my man was on it. I like that, you know. I like what you said, or I got some, you know what? Let me go and check that out, or let me go and watch their Twitch stream, or let me go and drop them some bits. So
that's true.
To you both,
that's love, bro. That's
salute,
love,
man.
When we started it initially, like there wasn't really like we're 2.5 years in now. A few bits pop up now, but at the time there was no output at all like this. What we're doing, where DJs can, like you say, just tell their story, and we can talk geeky DJ shit, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I want to big up C6 and Fats. They do one down here in London, deck 1, deck 2.
Seen that
and they've given us
cool.
you know, DJs an opportunity. I did one for them last year, talking about like DJs who are on like the weddings, private and corporate events, you know what I mean? And how much opportunity there is over there. Because trust me, some of the corporate events that I've done, you see them Christmas corporate parties.
Oh, the corporate checks are always the best, man.
You see them Christmas corporate ones, yeah?
Real talk.
And then you get the MD at the night just comes and says,
no, yeah.
On top, and you've already been paid.
Before we wrap up, let me just tell you this, right? I want to big up Martin Too Smooth as well, because he does so much corporate work.
Oh, he's the corporate king, man.
When this opportunity landed
Martin
in my
Corporate
inbox,
Smooth, that's what we're gonna call him.
Martin Corporate Smooth. When this opportunity landed in my inbox, I actually hit him up to ask his advice on how I approach this. But get this, I hit the absolute jackpot with a corporate gig, because traditionally you'd think corporate gig, it's going to be all CEOs and you've got to play it very clean, and it's going to be chart music, and it's going to be like the money's going to be really good, but it's going to be very high pressure to make sure it's on the mark.
The experience, for you.
Probably there's going to be a few soul destroying tracks in there. The brief for this corporate gig, it was a hospitality awards show, and the theme was 80s and 90s hip hop.
Done.
Based in the Bronx. And I was like,
that's mad,
bruv. And trust me, the budget this place had, they hired out a huge venue, like massive venue in London. It was in one of the parks in London, I can't remember which. And they had a full production company turn the inside of this venue to look like hand painted, to look like the Bronx, where they had like a taxi in there, like all sorts.
That's mad.
But they came in and originally asked me to sort just the music, but then I knew some break dancers as well. I know a very highly respected graffiti artist as well from the graffiti. So I basically pitched this whole thing to them.
And everybody's eating. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, let's do it. And bro, it was one of the most fun events I've ever played. And also like, because it was an award show, I had to run the music for like when they say right, and the winner of this year's
dropping all the beds and that.
Yeah. So like, but because it was hospitality, there was like hotel awards and stuff like that. So as the guy's coming up to collect his award, I basically planned every single song to coincide with the award. So when it was hotel, I said hotel, motel, holiday inn, like and all of that, all of those kind of things. But those little touches.
I was just about to say that attention to detail. I bet they were thinking, my guy's on job.
Absolutely, bruv. And one of the award winners came up to me at the after party that I was DJing at. And bear in mind, these are all like hotel owners, multi-millionaire business owners across the hospitality sector, right?
Yeah.
One of them came up and he was like, this is the best award show I have ever been to. And he said, because he won one of the awards, and he goes, I can't remember for the life of me what song it was I played now, but I played a song for him to walk up to, and he was like, it was one of the best moments of my life. He said, collecting an award to that song, which is one of my favorite hip hop records. The dude was like a proper head.
See, that's something he's going to have with him for the whole of his life. We're talking about before, creating moments and the power as DJs like that. There is a prime example of he's going to carry that for the rest of his life.
Massively, but that's like before that, and that one just landed in my lap as well by accident. But like, before that, I don't think I would have ever considered doing a corporate gig. I'd have been like, unless it was like, I mean, Stylish, you came with me to one of them, which was for Nike and Boiler Room.
Yeah.
And music, again, musically, the brief was basically do what you do.
Yeah.
So I did. But other than that, I wouldn't have accepted corporate.
No,
gigs,
man,
really,
I've done some corporates and it's, you know, like Stylist will tell you, I'm a bit of a cheesehead as well, you know. Like,
I heard you dropped Spice Girls. So
it's not a secret.
Astley.
Bro, after we get off here, Dubl, go and watch a couple of his streams on Twitch, and just see what he means.
Fam, I'm telling man, like when man's out there, imagine like you're in a venue or whatever, and then you just see this big black guy, man's there playing Spandau Ballet, just like, and then mixing it with grime. It's mad. So for me to do like a kind of like corporate event, like it's no problem.
Light work.
And for me, I like to also kind of, you know, smash that theory or that stigma that, like, you know, you look at like say, wow, like that's a big black guy.
Yeah,
man,
like, man can't play them songs.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, so I love all of that. And it's allowed me to really expand my brand and again, like generate some really good money and also build some really strong links.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, some of the weddings that I've done, you know, I've had to go and do like 80s and 90s pop all night.
Mad.
Yeah. But you see those weddings you get paid weeks, months in advance. And then you see the dad, when the dad comes up to you and drops an extra 3 bills in your hand just for nothing.
Yeah.
Just for nothing.
I've only ever done like 2 weddings, but
you know them weddings when you played time of My Life from Dirty Dancing, you played it twice. Oh, do you know what, Mark? Do you know what, Mark? Hey, take that, mate. Take that. You know what I mean? Like, trust me. Yeah. Don't DJs. I know I'm not saying this for everybody, but just be you. Like, I'm not ashamed to like do that or let the world know that I like pop music and that, because I grew up on it. As much as I grew up in a black household and listened to reggae and soul and all of that kind of stuff, I grew up on top of the pops and the chart show, and I remember listening to, you know, Capital back in the day and all of that jazz. So it's a part of me. So I embrace it. Do you know what I mean? I don't try to really fight it. You know, even when I have my own dances, when I've got like when I do my birthday party, there's a clip on my Instagram I put up about a week or 2 ago that I found on my phone. I've got 500 people in Southeast London, 500 plus people in Southeast London singing, "Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? What? Are you mad?" The ray's very dark in there.
This is the thing. Some DJs that get shook, man, and not own it or even push the boundaries. Like, I think that's so key. Like, you've got to push the boundary and then own the selection at the same time.
Fam, even couple of the bad,
perfectly, man.
You know the bad man them. You know the bad man them by the bar with the bottles and that.
Trust me.
In the bad man them,
Even that, like, yeah.
You see them, hey. And then
secret shoulder bop.
Them man is the one that will message you one away. Hey, Milk. Hey, you see that Rick Astley though, fam? Fam, I remember Rick Astley, you know, brother. You know, like that, huh? My guy, you know, them man there. Obviously, don't say nothing to nobody, but hey, Rick Astley was my guy, you know, like that. So, yeah, man, just own it, man. But guys, no, on the reels, it's been an honor and a privilege.
It's been sick, man. Finally,
we
got there in the end. We got there in the end, my
guy.
Yeah,
no, because I saw Nadia's one. I said, hold on, wait a minute. How comes I ain't reach on this thing yet? And we're on Zoom. I said, nah. I hit you up in it. I said, nah, fam. Need to do this.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't even know why we hadn't had you on. Like, as soon as you messaged me, I was like, this makes perfect sense.
No, but
with everything that you got going on right now, like, I was like, we can tie this in perfectly.
No, can I be honest though? You did message me on IG.
Yeah, you aired me for like 2 weeks in it, but it's all good, fam. You know what I mean? Man messaged me actually and was like, yo, when am I coming on? I was like, bro, look above.
Look up. I was like, look up the message.
Just put that emoji there.
Yeah.
Just there. Nah, sick, man. Sick. I feel like we could have gone on for ages, but we'll definitely do this again, 100. Like, we'll definitely catch up again.
When you guys are ready, man, just enough love to you and everybody that watching, especially like my DJ fraternity. You know, just stay up. God bless, all of that. Be safe, be wise, and just as I said, man, think outside the box, man. There's so many opportunities for us to keep expanding our brands, even if we're not generating money or whatever. Like, keep expanding the brand, keep pushing the boundaries, keep practicing as well, and you know, and not only just pushing the boundaries of how you do your thing. Like, at the moment, I'm really practicing on like my 4-deck mixing and all of that kind of stuff. So just use this time wisely. That's what I would say, man.
Where can the people check you out then, MILKTRAY? Give yourself a quick plug before we wrap it up, man.
DJ MILKTRAY on Insta, Twitter, Twitch is DJ_MILKTRAY.
Someone took the name, yeah.
Yeah, fam. But I'm you can change your Twitch name, I think, once a month.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that at some point they just drop out. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that like no, hold on, no. Some people look at it like, well, man want man to be dead. No, I mean,
I just want my name, cause
I just want my full name, you know, like that. I don't want that underscore, but yeah, but yeah, man, catch me on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday morning from 10 a.m. And then Sunday mornings, gospel show, Sunday service, and then catch me on One Extra every 2 weeks. We're mixing praise on Remy Berg's show from 10:30, like crazy.
There you are. Sick.
Yeah.
MILKTRAY, thank you, sir.
Guys.
We'll let you get back to family life and that. You go and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, man. Same to you guys, yeah?
Sick.
Thank you, brother.
All right, bless, man. Love.
All right, my guy. Take it easy, bro.
Peace.
Yeah? Laters.
Later.